One, two, 1, 2. On the microphone. I keep hearing something. Yo, 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 yo. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Yo. Well, we in the building again. Us. You know what I'm saying? First of all, how y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Cool One, representing from upstate to you.com. And this is Let's Talk About It. You know what I'm saying? This is the show where every Thursday at 7 o'clock I come through. A lot of times I had a guest. A lot of times I just have y'all, the public. Sometimes it just be me. And it's built on you and I. You know what I'm saying? And today I had a very good guest for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a good dude and he taking care of somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's very dear to him, and what I'm saying, he goes check on him and do things like that. So he said he was gonna make it. He said he'd try. You know what I'm saying? But we all go through this with people. Especially when we care dearly about people, and ain't nothing in the world we gonna do to sacrifice that. You know. So until then, you got me, you know? And this morning, before I left to go to work, yeah, I'm a regular dude like y'all, you know what I'm saying? I go to work, you know what I'm saying? Come home and chill, come talk to y'all. And I had a long prayer, And when I talked to the creator, we have a good thing going, me and the creator got a good relationship. You know what I mean? I don't know about a lot of people, but me and the creator talk a lot. And it's like I felt extra this morning when I left the house. It was a lot of energy, like, yeah, I just felt good. I felt like extra blessed. You know what I'm saying? Being that when I do this, I be hyped to do this. You know what I'm saying? I be hyped to get in here and talk to y'all, you know? And the creator told me to talk to y'all. He probably held my man off so I could talk to y'all and give y'all this message. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, peace, peace. What up, P Dope? My dude, you know what I mean? But it was like the creator told me to tell y'all, everybody out there, y'all, like my man that's supposed to come in. If you got some loved ones around y'all, stay close to them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure they strong, make sure they healthy, make sure they good. You know what I mean? Check on them, make sure they right. You know what I'm saying? My show is built on fun and energy and going back and forth and all kinds of things. But at the same time, I keep a real serious note. And we all gonna get older. We all gonna, sit down sometime. It's gonna be some serious stuff going on in our lives. And somebody gonna have to come check on us. So the thing is, you know what I mean? He told me to tell all my people, man, make sure y'all stay close to y'all people, man. Make sure y'all love on your people. Make sure that you pray for your people. I don't care what religion you in or how you feel or what you believe. Make sure you stay in contact with the creator. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call them or how you vision it as an entity or an energy. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of my friends, as I scrolled down Facebook, it was a lot of funerals today. And it was like, that was part of the energy. Like when I woke up and after I did my 30-minute meditation with the creator, I felt extra today. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, why am I feeling so extra blessed today? What up, Ken? And it was like, I don't know. The prayer was extra long. It was like an extra 8 minutes. And it was like, yo, it felt good. I felt charged. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't forgetting nothing. I prayed for my crew. I prayed for my children, my brothers, and you know what I'm saying? All the fam, all my people that come through here and chill and rock with me. I see you, my man. I got you in a second. Yo, my guest came. He here. You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? The creator told me to tell y'all this, and then my guest popped up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you come over here, this is nothing but good energy. This is me and my community. Without y'all, this ain't gonna be possible. Y'all know how I do. If y'all was here from back a year or two ago when I was doing the cool thoughts, y'all know I like to get on and just build. You know what I'm saying? But this time around, it's about y'all, the community. You know what I'm saying? And now I got somebody with me today that's like a jewel, a hidden treasure in the Rock City. You know what I mean? Somebody that's like, if you don't know about this guy, you ain't from Rochester. You know what I'm saying? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Enough respect. Got the dreads. Boop, boop, boop. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all. Y'all know I'll be bugging. But you know what I'm saying? The creator said, be cool, be good, love everybody. You know what I'm saying? All your peoples and everybody. So let me let my man in because I ain't going to run on. Because if he wasn't here, I was going to run on. You know what I'm saying? Because I know where I would have went. So I'm going to introduce my man, Chris G. How you doing, my man, Chris? How you doing?
What's up, Cal? What's going on, cool one?
You here?
Yep, I can hear you real good. You can hear me?
What? We don't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Hear you.
What? Let's see.
We don't hear you.
Yeah, the mic is on.
Oh man, come on, man.
Can you hear
Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see.
Right?
Because
I tested
go ahead.
everything before I came in.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
All right.
My guy. How you doing, man?
What's up? Good evening.
That's what's up. Everything good with you?
Yeah, had to rush up here because things is happening at the last minute.
No doubt, man. It's good you here, man.
Mhm.
Everything good with the fam?
That's one of the things that prevents me from catching you all the time. Stuff with family, and that's about it.
That's cool, man. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad the fam cool for right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you took time out your day to jump in the building with your boy. You know what I'm saying? Let me see a couple of my people. Before I ask you anything, let me see what my people talking about, man. Because these are my people out here, man. Oh, that was me. Y'all better send some stars or something. My man P Dope. What up? What up? My man Kenny, the OG. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Jeff. Whoop, whoop. My guy. Okay, y'all can hear him. Okay, we in the building. We here.
All right.
So, my man. My
Thanks for
man.
putting me on. I appreciate you asking me to come down, check you out real quick.
Listen, man. Listen. Anytime you finna do an event, you got a place here, man. Anytime you feel like you got something to say, anytime you hear some music you don't like, you can always come in here and kick it with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But from the beginning, Chris G, the DJ. If y'all didn't know, the DJ, was it? This one of my questions for
Right.
people that might not know.
I
Was
see you
it
got your note. You
RUR?
pulled out your notepad. I see.
Oh yeah, no, I got the cards. They know the cards is daily. My crew know the cards is daily.
Right.
Was it RUR or WITR?
RUR was first.
Yep.
RUR was first.
How long you was on RUR first?
Yeah.
How long you was on there? What year?
4 years from 91 up to 95.
Mm.
Shout out to
Nice,
Fitzroy
nice.
Burt.
Dope.
Shout
Shout
out
out,
to
Fitzroy.
Fitzroy Burke because he put me on there, and I was a guest DJ for a second, and then I got my own show. Shout out to Jerome Davis, DJ Stone, who put me on. My man Cedric Kuzik, who hosted my first show, and shout out to Rodnell Claiborne and all the original WRUR crew that I listened to came up when I was coming up.
RUR. I remember before you got there, I used to listen to RUR as a child. Like when I first got my radio for Christmas, I asked for the tape recorder with the red record button. And I used to hold it to the stereo with the cassette from Radio Shack. I used to get the Radio Shack cassette because I couldn't get the Maxells.
Hey, everybody was on Radio Shack back then. Come on now.
So I go to Radio Shack and I go get the cassette tape, and then you know what I'm saying? I'll be recording. And it was like 88 always had the hip hop pop. The DJs that was before you, like in years.
Yep.
It was like, what was it? See, a lot of people don't know around here, hip hop used to come on like what? Midnight to 2?
Yeah, midnight. Hell yeah, midnight. 11 o'clock, midnight. That was Rodnell Claiborne though. I'm not sure all the original DJs, but Rodnell Claiborne from Ellicott Street was the first dude I heard on there that had a personality. In fact, dude that used to be on DKX, Cyrus Allen, came from there.
Get out of here.
Rest in peace to Cyrus Allen. He started over there way back in the day.
Wow, that's a jewel nobody knew.
Yeah, and Dwight the Reggae Soldier was there.
Yeah.
Let's just say, if you wanted to hear, this is back when hip hop wasn't easily accessible to everybody. You know, if you wanted to listen to any type of hip hop, you had to tune in to 88.5 back in the day, which is University of Rochester Radio. 88.5. That was the only place you could hear any real hip hop. I'm talking about like Curtis Blow, Sugar Hill Gang,
right,
Grandmaster Flash, Run DMC. Anything that came out in the 80s, this is the only place you could find it. You couldn't hear it on, I mean, you would hear them later on, maybe on DKX, but you couldn't hear, you couldn't hear, if you wanted to hear the real hip hop back then, you had to tune into the college station, Fridays or Saturday nights.
That's a fact.
And you had to wait till midnight.
That's a fact, because I was there. That's what I said. I always tell people that's my slogan. I was there. You know what I'm saying? Because it was like all week we used to be waiting. You know what I mean? Like in elementary school, a few of my people on here was around then, but you know what I'm saying? Elementary school, I had older brothers. So 12 o'clock on a Saturday, we used to be like, boom. Monday, we telling everybody about what we heard that weekend.
Yeah.
The crazy thing was, how was these people getting these records? Because hip hop was scarce at that moment. You know what I mean? I'm talking about 81, 82, 83. When I'm not even talking like, I'm gonna jump to 85, 86. When joints like the Juice Crew All-Star joints, or It's a Demo, when it was breaking waves from the to rap.
Right.
To Marley Marl.
Well, I can help you with that.
Go ahead.
I can tell you where you people was getting their records from. My man Winston at Studio One Records on Charlotte Avenue.
I remember Studio One. I used to hear about it.
Is my Jamaican homeboy Winston. He used to have all the dopest hip hop records. I used to spend hundreds of dollars with him. And this is when I was just becoming the DJ. I wasn't on the air yet. But I used to go in there. He put me onto a bunch of records. I snatched some shits up, go home and start messing with them on the turntables. And that's when I found out all my other favorite DJs was running out. They're buying stuff from him too as well.
Who were they?
Like I said, Rodnell Claiborne. Quan the Bomb was going to snatch stuff from him back in the day. G
Mm.
Nice was snatching stuff from Winston back in the day. Boogeyman from I
Well,
forgot the
fam.
name of this club. There was this club that used to be right on West Main Street across from Fright Square. Boogeyman was snatching records from him. Let's see. I mean, all the old school DJs was snatching stuff from him.
Mm.
Everybody, Fitzroy was buying stuff from him. Everybody was fucking with Winston back then.
Dope. So after we was listening to y'all,
Mm-hmm.
we'll have our joints. We go to school. We be happy. Yeah, did you hear the new this, the new that? Yeah, I got this. I was up that night. You know what I mean? A lot of kids can stay up. So Monday at school, only the real hip hop people had the new tape
Yeah.
because you made it yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like
pause
when y'all
mixtapes on the radio.
Yeah, we was getting ours out, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll call DKX and ask him to play it. That's how DKX got the songs.
Yeah, later on.
Because we got it from y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So then it'll be like, oh, that's Stiggs going crazy.
Yo, shout out to Chris Starks. Chris Starks, I think, was back in the mix back in the day too. I'm pretty sure of it.
For real? Okay.
I mean, there's lots of even DKX DJs were snatching stuff from Winston for real, man. Once they found out, but this was years before I even got on RUR.
Right.
Everybody was fucking with Winston. That's where I got all my records from. It was either that Record Theater or Record Town downtown, one of the other spots.
So when did the record pools come into play?
Record pools didn't come until like damn near the 90s.
The digital, almost digital?
No, not digital. I'm talking about like, the white labels like
Monroe. Okay.
Remember, I don't know if you remember Monroe Briscoe. He had a record pool.
Familiar.
Clint Works had a record pool. Back in record theater in Henrietta had a record pool. Damn, Record Archive had a little record pool too, as well. Everybody had little record pools going on, but the best one really was Monroe Briscoe because Monroe used to have it operating out of his house. I guess he either go to New York, grab a bunch of joints, and then resell them to the people up here that was real DJs. And this was the shit that separated boys from the men back in the day.
Right.
If you was a DJ, you actually had to go out and buy records. You couldn't download it off no computer. I mean, you would have to go buy 2 or 3 copies so you could go back and forth with them shits.
Right.
And this is a must for clubs because you have your acapella versions, you have your instrumentals, you would have the normal version so you could just mix and people, you create your own mix back then. So, dudes was, I was throwing away mad paychecks with these record pools, man, because I just had to have these new records so I could do my mixtapes. And that's what caught the attention of Fitzroy. Fitzroy in 91 heard one of my mixtapes and was like, damn, this dude be having all the new shit. So he asked me to come on his show, and one thing led to another, and next thing you know, boom, I was there.
Was your mixtapes like I know you was breaking records because everybody back then was like, even us, the people that wasn't DJs, like on the scene. I was like born into DJing, but it's like even the people that was like fans of the music was trying to break records. Cause we used to race to just have it first so we could show it to our friends. You know what I'm saying? So we could act like we was up on it. But as far as you DJing back then, I really never heard none of your mixtapes. First of all, do you still got one from your old joints?
Yep, I got all my original mixtapes.
From what year?
From 90. I got them from 88.
That's why I'm saying 80. Let's go 80.
From 88 all the way up until like 2000, 2003, whatever. I got all them joints.
88.
Because see,
wait. I'm drawing a picture. 88. What was on that? The extended version of Raw.
Yeah, that. Different versions of KRS-One, different versions of Rakim, just different versions of Dougie Fresh, all kinds of shit. Whatever I could
Right.
get my hands on that was a remix or an extended
Right.
version or something like that. I was trying to get my hands on, because, like you said, it was a race to try to beat everybody else. You was trying to get something, because that's what the thing with the mixtape was. You was trying to put stuff on there that other people ain't never heard or never heard anything back then. And back then, there was people on the radio that had it, but then a lot of people didn't have certain shit. So if they wasn't scooping it from Winston, they would hear it first on your mixtape. And what I always knew I would be on the radio, because I formatted my mixtapes to be like radio joints.
Okay. So
my first
blender?
My first mixtapes was not called Straight from Underground. They were called WGEE, which was my name.
Dope.
So I said WGEE, and I always practiced to be on the radio. I never thought I would be on the radio, but I ended up formatting mine like that. And yes, I did mix all my stuff. I was scratching, there's mixing, there's blending, all kinds of shit on mine.
That was my question. What kind of DJ was you? Was you active like that?
Well, when I first,
because I only heard you from the radio. I was a youngin' coming under y'all.
Yeah, a lot of people came up. I came up through the old DJ way. I like G Nice and all them. You had to prove yourself in the club before you actually got out there and did any like mixtapes, something like that. And I learned the DJ from a couple people here in Rochester. Got down with them, started doing parties, did little weddings, parties for my friends, and I got known that way. Started passing out tapes. People started hiring me to do school shit, parties, clubs, so all the original clubs back in the day, I used to be down with them all the time. Shit.
I was gonna ask you that. Because I never heard of you being like an outside DJ. I only knew your radio career.
That's because once I got in the radio, I was like, I focused more on that than I did radio. I mean, because from 88 until I'll say 99, basically I was really active in the clubs. But it wasn't the thing I really wanted to do. I wanted to be just the person behind the scenes actually doing it. I mean,
I was gonna ask you that.
I really wasn't much of a talker on when I did clubs and shit. Basically, I just played joints in the background. I'm just here to hear people. Hey, that was that new joint, and that was it. I wasn't one to be like, yo, this is Chris G, blah blah blah. Now I know this anybody that was doing that, but I wanted to just be silent. I just want niggas to just know me for the music, and that's what they got to know me for, basically. Because I always brought fresh records, and this is when hip hop was really in its infant stage. Nobody was really playing too much hip hop during their parties, but I became known as one of the DJs that would slip a bunch of hip hop into their parties and shit.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that because I was gonna say you seem like you really didn't care for the outside stuff. Like
no, I did it. It's just that that was not my focus. When I got into DJing, I just wanted to learn how to do it and do a couple parties. I wasn't trying to be the best DJ. I wasn't trying to be the person that hired, So that's how people knew me, because basically I was getting in the clubs. Niggas would be looking like, yo, damn, Chris in here too? Oh shit. And so all the original clubs that niggas remember, Oak Tree, Cross Keys when they was DJing, fucking that place that used to be on the corner of what's the name of this place? This used to be on the corner Brooks Avenue. Airport Lounge. I was doing downtown Gotham City back in the day. That club that used to be where that teen club that used to be over on West Main Street. So it's a parking lot now. I can't remember what the name of it is. They're building some housing projects there now, but I used to be there. I'd be all up and down the St. Paul Quarter, you know. So I did all kinds of shit. I even did the shit way out there on Carter Street. No, for real, man. I mean, there was Fight Square. No, not Fight Square. I'm Fight Square. Oh, hold on, my wife is asking me shit.
That's cool. That's cool.
See, I'm talking about way over there by Urban Euphoria. There used to be that teen club that used to be right by the Commerce Building, right at the corner of North Plymouth, South Plymouth Avenue, and all that shit. Everybody remember the teen club there, man. For real. So I was just behind the scenes doing this shit all the time, man. But then again, I wasn't trying to be the number one DJ. I wasn't trying to be the DJ everybody came to. So I picked my joints. Hell, I DJed for Wilson for their what's the name of that club? Their cheerleading squad for 5 years behind the scenes, and nobody knew I was doing their mixes.
Oh man, you was out there throwing in the jams while they was throwing people in the air.
Yeah, I was doing that. Shit, I was the director for Wilson for 5 straight years.
Look at you, man.
Yeah,
it was all over the place.
For real, niggas see, but niggas never knew I was behind all this shit.
Damo. Oh,
I didn't know that shit.
Yeah,
oh, that's Dane.
Yeah, Dane know what time.
What up? That's my boy. I'm glad he came to see it.
Yo, Unc know what time it is, nigga. I was not trying to be the number one DJ to do that shit. And once I got in the radio, I was like, I fell back a little bit. I let dudes like, you had Big Reg, you had Grand Imperial was coming up, Backspin.
Shout out to Big Reg, shout out to GI.
DJ Dine and them was coming up.
Who was that?
Yeah, all the other old school DJs that pretty much they took over the clubs and they was doing their thing. Wiz and all them was doing their thing. So I was like, I was good, but I wasn't as good as them in my viewpoint. So I stepped back. And I did the radio thing. I let everybody, I didn't but basically I just fell back and was like, okay, they can do the club thing. I want to do the radio shit. So, so basically, you remember I was doing RIT. I did RIT. I did U of R parties behind the scenes. I was still doing clubs on St. Paul all the way up to 2000. Shit, I was doing Dublin Underground for a while too.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I was doing that for a while. All them East Avenue clubs, I was doing some of them shits too. So, niggas.
I didn't know you was that active.
Yeah, I was active, man, but it was not my viewpoint, nigga. I mean, when Wiz was doing the house parties and shit, I was right there along with him.
I didn't know, man. I owe you that respect because I didn't know. I didn't even think that was the element of your bag.
No, for real. My bag came from DJing first. But a lot of people just know me from the radio. And a lot of people kind of like put that to the side where they wasn't worried about me DJing in the club. They worried about what I was doing on the radio.
Oh man,
but
that's dope.
I earned my stripes also at that time, and I was also getting into producing. My brother pulled me into producing. I was trying to look out for him, his group at the time. I was trying to put a couple young niggas on as well.
I was gonna get to that. I didn't. Yeah. I asked my man, like, you know what I mean. I got a couple sources that's like, yo. I was like, yo, give me a couple questions, and it was like, yo, ask about this, that, and the third. But I don't know if you really want to touch over here.
We can do that.
You know what I mean? His brother had, and this and the third. You know what I mean? Because I gotta go into the MC bag history of the town.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was 88? You never was on 89?
Yeah, well, no, I didn't get on 88.5 until 92. Some will say 91 because that's when Fitzroy put me on. But I was just a guest DJ and I was there just for like 15, 20 minutes. He would come up. He let me get up there, scratch, throw some mixes on, play some new records that he didn't have, and that was it. I jump off. I wasn't even talking back then. Fitzroy announced, be like, yo, my man Chris G about to get on, and that was it. I did my little 20 minutes, step back.
All right.
You know, so a lot of people knew I was up there, but I wasn't talking. I wasn't back then. I wasn't the talkative DJ. I hated my voice.
You ain't had no DJ voice?
There is no DJ voice. For real, for the longest, I wasn't like Cyrus Allen with the deep voice, like, yeah, this is Cyrus Allen signing off. And there's dudes that had that DJ voice, man. I talk in my regular voice all the time, man.
Your voice ain't bad. You could have had the DJ. You could have yelled a couple of things on the mic.
Nah, I wasn't into that shit. I hated the sound of my voice, and I just wanted people to know me for the music. I didn't care that people knew me for my voice. That came later on.
Yo, I'm gonna shout out Rod. Rod shouted you out a lot, man. He said you gave him some space up there on the radio. You know what I'm saying?
Rod?
Back after the Record Town, during the Record Town days, he was on here last week. Shout out to Rod, and he was like,
Raj.
"Yo, Chris G, that's the guy." You know what I'm saying?
Now, Raj didn't tell you this. I saw that interview.
All right.
But Raj didn't tell you that I worked at Record Town too. Under Raj. I worked over there part-time. I was looking for a part-time gig, and I was like, I wanted to do something I enjoyed, and it was down at Record Town on West Main Street. And I worked with Raj back then.
That had to be heaven.
In fact, that's how I kind of met Roger, because Roger was well-spoken, as you already know.
Mm-hmm.
He has a commanding voice. Now,
right.
Raj got the kind of voice I always wish I had.
He got a voice that's over the radio. He got a voice like that.
You know, when I first heard him, I heard him talking to a bunch of kids, and they're sitting there and enamored by what he's saying. And he had so much knowledge about the hip hop shit game. I was like, yo, and this was when I first started my show. I was like, yo, you got a nice voice, man. I said, yo, I would really like you to do record reviews on the show for me.
Yeah. And
Raj agreed to it, and basically that I just let him do what he wanted to do. Raj, like I said, Raj is very intelligent, very well spoken, and like I said, his voice made for radio. So Raj came along with it. I already had my boy Evie Ev,
right,
from down the street. Me and my man Evie Ev used to rock all the time, and I pulled Ev on his, like,
shout out to Evie Ev.
That was my crazy homeboy that would listen to my show and be like, yo, man, you didn't play enough KRS-One. Or you didn't play enough Public Enemy. You forgot about the X-Clan record this week, Chris. And I'd be like, yo, nigga, why don't you just come up to the show and tell me what to play and shit.
It was always dope to have a sidekick, though, for some help.
But he wasn't a sidekick. I was a full partner. He helped pull the records. He would put me on to certain shit. There was shit that I didn't know about. Like, he put me on the Lord Finesse, Trends of Culture, a lot of De La Soul, shit that I wasn't really paying attention to. You know, me and Ed would have discussions before the show, and he'd be like, yo, you gotta play, you gotta start playing shit like this.
When it was changing.
Yeah, he was always hooking me up with records that he bought, because Ed was a digger. Ed would go out there and dig for shit.
We all was.
You know, in fact, what was it that Rod said in his interview? He said you would dig for shit that looked like hip hop.
That's what I told him. Yeah.
If dudes look like hip hop, you snatch their shit.
Right. That's what we used to do.
And you listen to it. And
I used to listen to a lot of stuff that nobody even knew existed.
Yep.
Just because when we went downtown and we in the record place, I used to be like, yo, let me look through these, man. And then they stand there. If they had the B-boy stands or some other stuff, I was like, yo, let me see what see
these niggas talking about.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was nice. That was the era that was like, we watched this thing as a baby.
Oh yeah.
I'll be if my people out there, most of them my age, they know me. I'll be 50 this year, right?
Trying to
This
get
was
worse.
the 50 years of hip hop last year. So I grew with this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I watched this thing grow. It grew with me. When I was ready to understand music, what the average child understand music at really reciting it 1.5 to 2.
Mm-hmm.
Around that time, I was ready. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yep.
listening I was watching the transition of the Supremes to the disco to the when it's the rhymes starting to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Till
Yep.
the DJ was the one curating the mic with the tune on.
Right.
What would you call real hip hop?
Pretty much the same thing what you just said right then and there. Because see, people, I don't know. Some people like to say that I'm a gatekeeper and shit, but like I said, I've experienced hip hop in its purest form
Me
when it
too.
first started. I mean, look, I'm not from New York City or no shit like that. I'm from straight up Rochester, and pretty much our hip hop was migrated up here to Rochester through my man Winston and a bunch of other people. Pause mixtapes from New York City and all that shit. So we was listening to that shit back then. I'm from back in the era where dudes was doing the Sugar Hill Gang shit. Sylvia Robinson with Sugar Hill Records, Curtis Blow signing the Mercury Records, Cool Mo D, Treacherous 3,
Yeah.
all the old school, first school shit. And then
Right.
came the Rakims, the Big Daddy Kanes, the Juice Crew, KRS-Ones, and all that shit. We grew up through that shit and watched that shit for the first time, and we just loved that shit. We fell in love with that shit. We watched it form to the shit that it is now, the shit that went through the 90s, and the shit that grew into now. Literally you got to sit there and witness all that shit and got into it. And
Right.
I mean, hip hop to me is like so much different things. The DJing aspect, it's the graffiti aspect, it's the breakdancing aspect of it, and of course the MC aspect of it. But that's only like secondary to the shit. I mean, for real.
I mean, like when the records come on. Let's just say
You gotta have that beat. You gotta have that dope ass beat, and the MC gotta command respect when they jump on the mic. It can't be you just talking about anything. It's just the way you just snatch shit. Because we had dudes here in Rochester that was incredible on the mic too. We had MC Rochester. We had Valentine. We had shit. I just seen his name just pop up a minute ago. Let's see. I forgot what his name was back in the day. But it's my man Mark. It was just talking. I forgot what his name was. Special K. It wasn't Special K.
nah, Rhythm K.
Rhythm K. It was
Yeah,
Rhythm K
that's
back
my
in the
guy. I'll definitely shout him out because he always here on my show. That's my
Mellow
dude,
and
man.
Hansel and Gretel and
Yep, Hansel and Gretel. Oh, wait, time out. Time out. Time out. Stop what you're doing. Like Humpty Hump. All right, stop what you're doing.
Right.
Because I'm about to ruin your whole sentence that you used to. Listen. From back then, that power. From the young guys that Rod used before Rod was coming to the station and everything. So Rod gave the story with you about the station times when MCs came up there. Back then, who was some rappers from that time?
Well, like
early
I said,
99, 91, 92. From Rugged Infantry to
you
I'm gonna let you go because I could name them all because I was there.
You had Rugged Infantry. You had Rugged Infantry. You had Timberland.
Yep.
Shit, you had Upstate Cypher.
Yeah, I remember them. They ain't getting no shout out. Shout out to them, Upstate Cypher. We forgot them 3 shows.
Yeah, Upstate Cypher. You had you had Royal Tree. You had Mellow in them.
Yep.
Mellow in them was doing it. Rhythm K. And see, this came from the fact where dudes, everybody wasn't an MC. I mean, everybody had a crew, but everybody couldn't fucking MC, man. Everybody couldn't jump in the cypher and rhyme, man. Dudes had to prove themselves on the mic. Like I always use this example. Back in the day, if you had 10 dudes, you might have had one or maybe two dudes that actually can rhyme. And everybody else just step off and just step the fuck back. Nowadays, you got 10 niggas that all of them think they can fucking rhyme. And it's like, nah, Ollie, I can't. It's still, to me, only like maybe one person that could really rhyme and shine in a whole crew of 10 people. And then you had to prove it back in the day, too. You couldn't just get up there and say that I can rhyme, because there was always somebody else that was standing in the background that would challenge your ass.
Right.
You know, and for it, this even went down with the DJs. It was like, you couldn't sit there and say, yeah, you're a DJ. Niggas would come to your house and challenge you.
Yeah.
Niggas would come to your house and see if you got turntables and shit. Niggas would come to your house to see what kind of setup you got and be like, yo, what kind of records you got, and so and so. You couldn't just be like, yeah, I'm a DJ. You couldn't do that shit. If you was an MC, you had to prove yourself. You had to prove your stripes. Niggas would battle you on the street right then and there.
That's
like, yo, you an MC? Prove it. All right. Well, let's see what you got. All right. And then you had to spit right then and there. You couldn't fuck around and just say I'm an MC and all this shit.
Nah, you couldn't. And the thing was, back then, everybody didn't want to be.
No.
Because I had people around me that was just a B-boy, that was just fresh. That the person that was always the freshest dresser that just was there. Our E-Love, the dude was just there. He was our homeboy, and he couldn't rap, he couldn't break, he couldn't do, you know what I mean? But he was fresh, you know what I mean? All the time.
Right.
If anything, we'll tell him to go see what time we're supposed to go on. Go ask them what time, how many minutes we got. He was like a manager that didn't want to be. We was asked him to go do the questions.
Right.
Then you had the dancing dudes. Remember, okay, I almost asked Roz this. Remember before break dancing, when people used to do the steps? It used to be like 2, 3 of them, and they used to just dance in the steps and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was the block party time. Before breaking, it was just people in steps. You had female groups, male groups, everybody used to just dance.
Yeah.
That's when you had like the Grandmaster Flash with the birthday songs and the stuff like that. When the songs used to be like 8 minutes.
Hey, 8-minute long songs.
And then an extended version.
Yeah.
They be rapping forever. You know what I mean? But the beat and the party kept going on. What about the party DJs? That time, that little mix before the Rakims and after, right before the Message. I think that was the party time.
Yeah.
Right? When it was transitioning.
Yeah, you was trying to keep the party going, you know. And that's why them songs were so long back then.
Right.
Because it would keep you moving for a while and you could fuck around. And I think people appreciated DJs a little bit more back in the day because you could cut along with the record. You could flip it back and forth, just extend it.
Right.
Keep it going. And nobody bitched about it. Nowadays, I don't want to get into it. You know.
You got to. You got to, man. You got to.
Dude,
like, man, we keep it real, man. If that's how you felt, that's how you felt.
Pop locking. You would give time for motherfuckers to really get their dance on and shit.
Right.
You would extend the mix so you could, because you see somebody out there doing their thing, even if it was like 2 or 3 people, you'd be sitting there trying to like extend the mix so they can keep dancing.
So somebody can get their turn.
Engaged and shit. You know,
that's
you didn't
how
want to
people
finish the record that quick because the beat was so dope or whatever.
Right. They used to be waiting on their turn. So that's when the Herbie Hancock Rockets and all of that came.
Yeah.
Which was almost just a long instrumental for you to break in.
You know how long Good Times actually was and shit? Niggas
I didn't think about it.
Apache, Take Me to the Mardi Gras, all them break beats and shit. Shout out to DJ Wiz. Wiz used to be, dudes used to keep break beats in the stash. Because there was a part of the party where you didn't even play, you wasn't playing singing and that, you just played the break beats.
Right.
And you fucked
He
around
still
with
do
that.
it.
Yeah.
He
You fuck
still
with that
do
for a while and shit. You give niggas a chance to dance and shit, dance with their girl or whatever, do the Soul Train line shit, whatever.
it.
You know?
He said the
Yeah, I was
Soul
part of
Train
that
line.
era. I was part of that era. Shit.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? We'll still shout out to Wiz. We'll still do it to this day.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
on in the middle of the day, noon, at the radio, DKX, Wiz give you a flashback. He give you some of them breaks. He'll run through like 10 of them breaks for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he know he can't play one or two, and that'll be his whole time. Them breaks so damn long, the old schools. Shout out my boy. But yeah, man, it's like hip hop ain't it is to me, it'll never be the same, man.
Nah.
Because we watched this thing, everything to us, like I told Raj, everything we saw back then was new.
Hell yeah. Everything
And
was
we
great.
appreciate it.
Everything was, this is why we call that old school. This is why we finally look upon the old school. And we also look upon what we call the golden age, because everything was still brand new. Everything was like, so it was the first time you saw it, the first time you heard it. It was just like, because nobody knew what hip hop would eventually become.
Right.
It was just something we did, and it was just like, it was before the corporations and all that shit took over, and shit started getting labeled and watered down and shit. Nobody knew what to do. I mean, people are still amazed when I tell people they used to be radio station that used to sit there and say no rap work days.
What that mean?
Like even DKX used to do that. No rap, where they wouldn't play no rap during the week.
Ooh.
Or during the morning at all, during the afternoon. Radio stations used to do that shit. No rap work days. You'd only hear it in the mix on Saturday night.
That's when we had it with y'all.
That was it. I mean they were instituting a policy where they wouldn't play no rap music during the week, during the night. You couldn't play it. For real, Cyrus Allen, this is why I give much respect to him. Because he used to sneak in hip hop late at night on DKX. He snuck in Digital Underground, some old NWA, Ice Cube, and all that shit during the night, 2:00 in the morning and shit. He just throwing a new record. And
wow.
See, and see, everybody know him as the Love Sponge, but
I was gonna say that. I thought he was the love guy.
No, that came later on, but when he first got on Night Times, he was anything and everything, man. He used to play all kinds of shit.
Wait, say it again. We used to call what was it? The Love Sponge?
The Love Sponge. That came later on. But back in the day, Cyrus was playing anything and everything back in the day. I first heard Digital Underground on DKX 2:00 in the morning, man. I was like, yo, what the fuck is this? Like this nigga playing hip hop.
Yo. He used to say that too. This is Cyrus Allen, the Love Sponge.
Yeah, that came later on, like the late 90s and shit. You know?
Ooh, man, what is the concept of Straight from the Underground? And then you did a 2.0. Okay, what's the concept of Straight from the Underground?
Straight from the Underground was the name of the original show. Okay, that was the original show that me, Cedric, Rhythm X, Evie Ev, Raj, and all us hosted back in the day on 88.5. All right, that continued on to 89.7 when DJ Green Lantern left WITR. He gave the show over to me. He gave me his blessing, and I ended up taking it over there. And we just kept that name because I felt the name branding was important. Calling it Straight from Underground and being consistent. That's where I think when IUR was my beginning, fucking around with radio, but my real training for radio came from WITR 89.7. Because that's where I really learned what radio was all about. At that time, and I've told this story before, 96, right after Green left, and we started doing 89.7 on Saturday nights. And y'all already know the show grew from 2 hours to like damn near 9 hours. We'd be up there all night. That's why the show was so remembered, because we wasn't just 2 hours. We wasn't on for 2 hours. Like everybody that came on after us started not coming in, so we took their time slot. It's like we added on. We was like, yo, them white boys that you for real. Now, I'm not trying to diss white boys, man. We was like, damn, them white boys that played rock music after us, them motherfuckers stopped coming in. So we took their time slot. And then the person behind them didn't come in. Then we seen there was an empty spot. So we kept extending our time slot. And they kept letting us do it. So we grew from a 2-hour show to a 9-hour show. We just stopped when people stopped calling. And that wouldn't be till like 4 or 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. That's when the phone calls, before we start with the phone calls, because that's how everybody knew you was hot. The phone calls would light up. We'd have the phone light up right there in the studio. The phone would light up and wouldn't stop ringing until we left.
Man, we should be like this by the speaker. I'm telling you, right? Like this though, like this, to tell you the truth. But the hand on the record. Wait, we used to be ready to hit that record button, because I used to be waiting like at least the 85 era or whatever, because my favorite rapper before LL was Kool G Rap. Because in my mind, I remember the Juice Crew All-Star song. Then I remember the It's a Demo. And on the other side was Rikers Island. And then I was like, this dude be killing it. It caught my ear when I first heard It's a Demo, because I was telling my man, the original It's a Demo is not the song that's on the first album.
Yeah, you're right.
Because the one on the album, it was out so long that they scratched it and stuff like a remix on the album.
Right.
Because they was like, how is he cutting the song that's on? I was like, because the song been out.
The song been out, yeah. It was his demo.
Yeah, they was scratching the demo. Because, that was my favorite MC. I remember the days from then.
Another thing I also forgot to mention was the best thing about playing stuff late night on Saturdays was that the FCC didn't fuck with you. As you can see, you can play cursing after a certain time FM radio, and you can get away with it. Like, I think the safe harbor times was after 11 o'clock all the way to like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Wow.
So you could pretty much play everything. That's where people could hear not the watered down versions, but the real versions of shit. You could play NWA, all the cursing, Kool G Rap, KRS-One if he cursed in the record. You could play all that stuff during the night. And that's how popular it was, because you was able to listen to that shit on Saturday night. Now, we also started, because I was skipping past a lot of history there. Also, we was able to get MCs to come up from Rochester that was able to jump on the mic and have them freestyle and all that shit. So this wasn't a practice that I started. This was something that was already going on. We just started getting more great MCs during that time when I was at RUR, and dudes would just come up and spit. We let them loose, let them do their thing. And when I moved over to W89.7, they fucked around. I had just got laid off from Kodak, and they gave me a nice severance package. And to me at that time, I was still DJing. I was still getting money off of mixtapes. I was still DJing somewhat in the club. So I was like, well, I'm not doing nothing during the morning. And the operations manager of WITR asked me, did I want to host a morning show? And the first thing I told him was like, yo, can I do I have to play all kinds of other mixed music, or can I just play what the fuck I want? And he was a big fan of hip hop. He was a white boy named Al. I can't remember his last name. He was like, yo, you can play what the fuck you want, Chris. He said, I love Straight from Underground. Can you bring that flavor to the morning, but you have to edit everything. And at that time, every record that came out had a radio edit.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yo, for real, even Akinelli's Put It In Your Mouth had a radio edit. Everybody had a radio edit back in the day. So I was like, yo, that's a challenge. And nobody else at that time was playing hip hop during the morning at all.
Dope.
Nowhere. So they gave me Monday through Friday. I talked to Ev about it, and I was like, yo, can we do this morning show? And it's 5 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock. You think we can pull it off? Man, we pulled that shit off. 4 years straight, 4 or 5 years straight. We did that shit. We hosted the morning show, and we pretty much made everybody change the hip hop around here in Rochester, New York. Basically, that was the process where DKX started playing more hip hop. Other radio stations like 98 PXY started playing more hip hop, because they were trying to compete with us. Because we was locking shit down in the morning, playing all that shit. Because think about it, you're a young kid, you love hip hop. You didn't have to wait till just Saturday night. Now you get up on Monday morning, you turn on the radio, there's somebody out there playing Wu-Tang in the morning.
Right.
You can hear all the dope shit during the morning. It just was edited. Where other stations couldn't play it, we was running that shit into the fucking ground. Plus, we did, and I gotta admit, our listeners are so fucking great.
Dope.
I'll say what me and Ev used to play in the mornings, or anytime we did Straight from Underground, basically, was basically 50% requests, 50% us playing new shit. So I bring a stack of records up there. I have a bunch of records in the library. They're at the station, and if people call up and say, "Yo, Chris, can you play that new Kool G rap?" I pull out that Kool G rap, start playing it, and we do it within. You know how the average time for a request would be like maybe 45 minutes to like an hour.
Get out of here.
Shit, within for real. Ask anybody that used to listen to dial in the radio back in the day.
I dialed it. Yeah, I did it. It took a while.
Nobody ever got an instant request. If you called us and said, y'all want to hear that new Biggie? Shit, if we didn't play that within the last 4 or 5 minutes, that shit was on within 5 minutes. Probably the next song.
That's how I used to think it worked.
Yeah, no, it used to. People would think you worked like that, but you'd be waiting about an hour or so before somebody would get to your request. Because they have the shit already programmed already. Waiting for, and then they throw the request on maybe 40 minutes later, maybe an hour later. Ask anybody that used to listen to radio back in the day how fast dudes used to put their request on. Dudes, nigga, Straight from Underground, if you ask for a request, I would try to get that shit on within 10 minutes.
That's dope. That's really dope. That's why
that's what sustained us. That's why we started playing records over and over again where people got to hear it. You couldn't just hear it just on Saturday. Whereas we broke the tradition where you didn't have to wait till Saturday to hear something. You could hear it on Monday, you could hear it on Tuesday, you could hear it on Wednesday, whatever. And that's when Wiz jumped in. Wiz was helping out too. Wiz did the old school shit for us for a while. Like I said, we had Adam McFadden doing words of encouragement during the morning. We had the water cooler moments. We had a couple girls come in. That was students. They read the news, and me and Ev would comment on it and shit. We created that whole water cooler shit.
Right. Oh, that's dope.
We created that shit. We started that shit.
So what's up with Straight from the Underground 2.0?
That whole morning shit.
Yeah.
That whole morning shit format shit. I took it from either Howard Stern or Brother Weeze, and I formatted it, and then people started duplicating the shit here.
So what's up with Straight from the Underground 2.0?
Okay, now when we left, basically in 2001, our tenure at actually they kicked me off. I ain't gonna front. They kicked me off of ITR because we had a change of leadership, and they seen how much time we had, so they figured the best way they could do is get rid of me first, and everybody else would fall like dominoes, which is what they did. They found a way to get me up out of there. I stopped fighting it, and I was like, fuck it. Y'all go ahead and do y'all own thing. I'm tired of radio. I done did it for like 9 years. I'm good. Fuck it. And I was, like I said, I was still doing mixtapes, still doing a couple parties. I retired from radio at the time because I was up there thinking that maybe people would, seeing that we established a good morning show and we had a great Saturday show, maybe they would pick me up. But nah, dudes was always talking around the subject and was fronting, So I went to the regular radio stations, but they wanted me to do shit their way, and I was like, man, fuck it. I'm out. I'm stopped doing radio. So years later, I'm doing a party at Dublin Underground, and I got my man Sean Touch, my man Brian Harris, my man Andy Rose, Evie Evanham. We're all doing this party at Dublin Underground, a weekly old school party, and Coach and I forgot this other dude's name. Damn, Coach Parcells came to me like, Chris, man, would you like to get back on the radio? And I'm like looking at him like, how am I gonna do that? And he was like, yo, we started this internet radio station. We got this thing called a podcast. And do you want to get back on it? And there's when Coach had a little studio over at the Cots building on St. Paul Street. And I was like, well, how does that work? And he was like, it's gonna be on the internet. You can pretty much do what the fuck you want. Just bring your old show back. Bring Ev, bring whoever you want. I could DJ the shit and just do the shit the way I want to do it. And he was like, word? And I was like, okay, this is gonna be on the internet. And I was like, okay. I was kind of like standoffish about it at first because I didn't know what the internet was gonna do. So I figured like I want to bring Stricken Underground back, but I wanted to do something different. It's gonna be the internet shit. So we called it, to be on the internet shit. We started calling it Straight from the Underground 2.0.
Right.
So basically we did the same show, but this time it was like 4 or 5 years later, and we just renamed it. And that was it. And we started doing the podcast shit, which is pretty much the basis for what everybody, and this ain't no diss. This is pretty much the basis for everybody doing podcasts now. Basically it was me, Ev, talking shit like we used to on the radio, and our homeboys jumping in with sports, talking about news. We was trying to see if we can get Raj to do a record report, but he wasn't with it at the time. We wanted to bring Raj back. We still had Adam coming on doing words of encouragement. Andy and them would jump on and do sports and shit. And we just talk about everything. We devote an hour to us just bugging out, talking about shit, and we would play music, And so basically we did that for 5 hours for like 2 years. Then it grew out of Coach's place, and he got another spot on in the Cots building, and we started doing it there. And then later on, Coach and them stepped off, and we decided to take ownership of it. We started doing it out of my house.
Right.
And it just kept going from there. Eventually, Ev and them started doing other shit. Like Ev was bartending, karate classes. Adam and them was doing all kinds of other shit. And so I kept the show going as a podcast for a while. And it grew. It kept growing and shit. We started seeing people from out of town that was loving it. And we was like, oh shit, it didn't matter if Rochester didn't jump on it. We was like, yo, people in Kansas City is listening, people in LA is listening, people across seas is listening. And it kept growing and growing and growing, where a European website picked us up, got down with us, and I started believing more into it, and we just kept going from there.
What year was this?
This is like from 2011 all the way up to now.
Wow.
So I just
y'all was early in the game.
Yeah, we're mad early in the game. Shout out to Quan the Bomb, because Quan was
my guy.
Quan was right behind me with the podcast shit. He discovered that, hey, we could play music on the internet.
That's my boy, man. People be thinking he was lying, man, but he sure say that. He's like, yo, cool, I've been doing this, man. He's like, yo, I have my own website. QuanTheBomb.com is old. He's like, I was one of the first people around here with that.
Yep. Quan was one of the blueprint. And yo, shout out to Quan anyway, because I feel he just never gets enough credit, because That dude was the mixtape dude here in Rochester for a second, for real. Quan
Say
the
that
mixtape.
again, man. That's my guy, man.
Him, Mikey Pressure. I mean, Mikey Pressure used to do all the
Shout out to Mikey Pressure, man.
He used to do all the reggae shits every week. This nigga was coming out with a fucking mixtape. And then Quan was right behind him with the Street Wars shit.
Big QB.
You know.
My boy, man.
Quan was like one of the mixtape queen. I mean, for real. He's one of the dudes I actually run out and buy his shit.
Oh, yeah. I was down south.
Quan would have all that shit.
I was down south and we had this spot because I was living in Georgia. Mm-hmm. I had left like when I was part of the land, as y'all all know.
Yeah, we know.
So I was the dude that moved out of town. I left like 90, 92. After me and AB made the single and everything, after we were doing everything, I was like, yo, I gotta move out of town. So I left. We had this spot, a Muslim spot I found, that he had all the mixtapes. He used to just get all the mixtapes. And it was like, eventually, he had a Quan the Bomb. I was like, man, get out of here. I was like, yo, this is my man right here. Mm-hmm. And he was like, nah. I was like, yo, this is my man. He was part of my crew. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it was like, it was crazy. And then when I came back, it was like, he was killing it. Because he was on Child Live. And then he started doing the ones when he, Street Wars. Mm-hmm. And all those and stuff like that. I was like, yo. I was like, my boy is killing it.
Yeah, Quan the Bomb is a fucking street legend for real, man.
I was like, his mixtape was going. His was reaching distance.
His shit was reaching distances. Like, if people can sit there and say they want to talk about Rochester mixtapes that actually went out of town, you could say Green Lantern and you could say Quan the Bomb.
And my man from Ocean Sound.
Oh, yeah.
Because I caught them down south. A couple of them, the reggae mixtapes. There's a couple dope mixtapes. And like I said, Mikey Pressure. There's a couple, the reggae joints was flying.
Well, yeah.
We had a lot of people around here, man, that was going worldwide. I'm going to say worldwide because I was in the town. I probably was in the town people don't even know exists at a moment down south.
Oh, yeah, I heard you and Raj also talking about something I wanted to build on real quick with you about. I was talking about how there was we had Rochester crews of MCs, but you was wondering why they never got there, and you touched on a point that I pretty much felt you on because you saw it and I saw it too. Because
all the
MCs I came across, I always wanted to have better for them. I wanted them to get out of Rochester and do stuff. But like you said, there's a lot of people that were scared of fame. You know, I witnessed it. I had a homeboy. I'm not going to mention his name.
Homeboy, you and Raj go. Y'all want to mention people. Raj didn't want to mention who got punched in the face in the battle. Now you don't want to mention who gave up.
Look, I'll mention it. I'm going to do it later. My man, everybody know I used to hang with my man Dorian, right? And my man
DJ?
Dorian, the DJ Dorian Linder.
Yeah.
Over on Plymouth Avenue, right? Now, I remember us going to a spot where CL Smooth and Pete Rock was at. And Dorian handed Pete Rock a tape of beats because Dorian used to fuck around with the beats and shit.
Right.
Pete Rock listened to him and was like, yo, let me come, you got a spot here in Rochester. And this was Pete Rock was here in town. This nigga had Pete Rock in his motherfucking house, in the basement, playing beats for Pete Rock. Pete Rock sitting there listening to the shit like, yo, that's some dope shit. That's some dope shit. Why don't you come down to New York and come chill with me and we could build together and shit. Because, he had the raw shit. I mean, Dorian had the raw shit. And Dorian was sitting there like, yo, do you think I should go down there? I'm like, looking at him like, yo, take your ass down there. Let's go. Right? But Dorian was afraid because he was like, he didn't get roped into a record contract and get taken for his beats and no shit like that. I'm like, yo, Pete Rock is telling you, extending his hand out to you, telling you where the fuck he lives in Mount Vernon, telling you to come down there and you sitting there fronting. You scared. And then not only with him doing that shit, I seen a bunch of MCs that was scared to leave Rochester to do this shit. They was happy for the Rochester fame. They was happy to get on RUR. They was happy to get on WXIR and be happy just to be known in the city, in Rochester. They was afraid to go to Buffalo, Syracuse, or New York, where maybe they might have been able to get a record contract or get a deal. We had motherfuckers that was dope.
Very
just
dope.
as good as the motherfuckers that was putting out records.
Very dope.
But niggas was scared to take that step. And I admit, when Green Lantern told me that he was going to take that step, because that's why Green left. Green was like, yo, I got this mixtape game. I'm doing my thing right now. We're delivering, he's selling hundreds of copies of mixtapes and shit. And he's getting known in New York. And he's like, the only way I can take this to the next level, if I leave this radio shit behind and go to New York, I got to go to New York to establish myself. And I'm telling him like, yo, are you worried about that shit? And he's like, yeah, I'm scared, but fuck it. That's the only way I can get this shit done. So he packed up his wife, he packed up his kids, and they rolled down to New Jersey, and he got established. And you already know the end of that story.
Yeah, he was the man for a minute.
Green got known and shit. And I remember one time he called me, he was like, Chris, man, and this is just right before my daughter was about to be born. He was like, Chris, man, I think you can, you're doing the radio shit up there. I think you can come down to New York and do your thing too. And maybe you can get on and shit. But I gotta admit, I had my shit going on. For real, I had my shit. I was in my second year at WXIR. I mean, no, not XIR, 89.7. We was doing the morning show. It was very successful. I was getting some money from that, and we was doing parties and shit. And I told Green, like, nah, man, I don't know if I want to go down there, because I would have to go down there and start over.
Mm-hmm.
And my daughter had just been born, and I was like, yo, Green, I don't know if I could do the same shit you wouldn't did. Because I said, what, my daughter is about to be born, and what's going to happen? And what if if I don't have any money? What if I get broke, or, whatever, I don't want to be living on nobody's couch and shit. And Green was like, yo, this is the sacrifices you got to make. And I was like, yo, I wasn't ready to make that sacrifice. I was like, yo, I'm cool with Rochester. I'm good. Things is going to pop up here. And I stepped off from it, but I kind of fucked up because I could have been that nigga Pete Rosenberg, or I could have been that motherfucker Charlemagne, or it could have been me doing that shit.
Right.
Because I would have went down there and did my own thing in New York, and maybe they would have accepted it, maybe they wouldn't have. But I didn't know. But I kind of, later on, I would see that shit. I would see niggas that was doing the same shit I was doing, and they getting famous off it. And I was like, damn, maybe I should have went to New York. They would have accepted me because I seen them doing the same shit I was already doing. And that was one of my biggest regrets. But I understand how niggas get scared about going into the unknown. I haven't had that with my with my group. My brother's group. They went down to New York. There's record companies trying to get down with them. They threw contracts in their face, and some of the people in the group was like, I don't know, Jermaine, I don't know if we should take this, and I don't know, they want to take this and they want to take that. And Jermaine's like, yo, we should sign and we should get down and get, throw a couple records out.
Yeah, get in first. And then
let's get in here and we'll see what's going on first. And the shit just never manifested for them. Because everybody was like scared. They didn't want to go out and do the shit. So I understand the fear of being unknown. You go into a whole new town, you got to start all the shit over again or whatever. So I understand it, but we had a lot of groups that had mad potential.
Right.
That could have been, doing a thing. I mean, Ben Buford, otherwise known as Sharif Lateef, he went on ahead and did it. Amelia Rollhouse went and did it. Green did it. 38 went and did it. Ito went and did it. Pounds went and did it. The Cloth fucking around and they went and did it. They had to go beyond their comfort zone and get out of Rochester to do the shit that they're doing now.
Right.
You know, and that's what I think a lot of Rochester MCs need to do. They need to get out that comfort zone of just being here in Rochester. And a lot of them is satisfied with just being local niggas.
Right.
And they're comfortable with it. As long as they get a little play on DKX, they get a 15-minute play on DKX, or the what's the name of the other radio station? Can't remember the beat. You know,
105.
They get a little play from Sierra Leone on 105. They're happy and they're like, yo, I made it. And they don't go anywhere. And it's like,
shout out to Backspin, man. He on 105.
Yeah, shout out to Backspin. But for real, it's like niggas need to. I mean, even Backspin stepped out of Rochester a couple times.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I was proud of Backspin though.
DJ Sight and all that. Dudes have to step out of Rochester. That's one thing I learned about Straight from Underground 2.0 is the fact that you had to go out the internet. And that's what the internet taught me. You have to leave Rochester to get known outside of Rochester for you actually to really blow.
Right.
To really blow. Because right now, Straight from Underground is like my main bread and butter. I got the podcast. I got my internet radio station. And I also got WXIR right now. In fact, if it wasn't for the podcast, I wouldn't be on WXIR right now. Because they saw the potential in the podcast and they said, well, fuck it, we want you to come start doing FM radio again. I got down with them and that's where I've been for the last 8 years. Still doing it. And it always amazed me when dudes from Rochester walk up to me like, you still doing the radio? And I'm like, what the fuck? Been doing this shit for 8 years.
Right.
Here.
Right.
But dudes overseas know me. DJ Premier knows me by name.
Dope.
My man Static Selector knows me by name. Almost every underground rapper knows who the fuck I am and respect the fuck out of me.
That's love, man.
And
that's better than any plaque you could give me.
Yeah.
When the person that you love know who you is when you walk in the place, man.
Yeah, but it always amazes me that a lot of Rochester rappers, number one, they don't want to take no criticism, and number two, they're scared to leave town. It's like, you guys got so much fucking talent here, and some of you niggas don't move correctly. It's like y'all almost scared to let people know that y'all got real talent. And we ain't seen mad niggas come up and we instantly get jealous of them. Like, look at the Griselda niggas.
Right.
You know, them niggas from Buffalo. I ain't dissing them. I love them niggas. The niggas from Buffalo.
Right, but we seen better.
We've seen better. We've heard better.
Seen better.
We are, I mean, in some ways, and this ain't no diss to anybody.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't no disrespect or this, but it's
I love all the Buffalo niggas I fuck with, man, because you know, I have a lot of followers in Buffalo.
Those my guys.
But for real, we got better niggas here. It's like, for real, I stand up for my Rochester City nigga. It's like, yo, we got better niggas here, and it's like they're scared to get out of here. It's like they happy to just be here.
A lot of them scared to promote.
Not even sell records. It's like the fact that you guys could be doing concerts and all kinds of shit here and all this, and y'all sit there and look at the niggas that did made it, and y'all mad jealous of them.
So that's why you think it happened?
Huh?
So that's why you think it ain't happen? They're scared to leave?
Yeah, basically, you and Raj hit the nail on your head when y'all was talking about this shit. Niggas are scared to move, man. They scared to get out of here like that, or they don't have the they feel they don't have, or they too lazy.
Right.
They don't want to put in.
That's it. I know somebody. I ain't gonna say their name, but me and my man Stiggs was having this conversation today. Star from the land, my guy.
I know who Stiggs is.
Yo, we was talking today about a couple artists that we know and love to death. But the thing is, they don't promote themselves. Let's say they drop a project today. You won't hear about it no more.
Yep.
And I was telling him, when Tyler Creator dropped his last project, he promoted it that whole year.
That's right. That's the way you have
to do it. He ain't dropped nothing else that year. He promoted that joint the whole year. The one he did with DJ Drama.
Right.
That project was dope too. And I was like, and then he did an interview and he told people, he was like, yeah, I'm still promoting this project. You know what I mean? And I got homeboys, projects fly. My man done dropped 2-3 projects in 6 months. And you don't hear about none of them. Unless it was the day he dropped it.
Yeah, that was it.
And I'm like, yo, let me shout out to my homegirl, Fifi Black. I want you to hear something. She got some music that's dope. Dope. You promote it, but I think some other people need to hear it. You a hip hop person. You know what I mean?
Right.
She was hip hop. She, you know what I'm saying? She was dope. But she learned how to curate her music. Her music is her. It's really, really different and dope.
I believe you.
I love it.
I believe you.
You know what I mean? I shout Black out every time, man. I repost her joint. You know what I mean? Because some people need it. She don't need my help, but that's just me. I love music. You know what I mean? And I know she dope. And she deserved to be in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying?
But remember, her, she gotta keep grinding, man. The blueprint is there.
She grind.
The blueprint, how to do this shit, you can take from the Griselda dudes, you can take from the Buffalo dudes, you can take it from dudes from here. Like people sit there and wonder how did Ito hook up with fucking DJ Muggs from the Soul Assassins. He kept grinding. How 38 get his shit out there? 38 kept grinding and he learned the secret. If I could sell a single for $1 to like 5-6 people, I think I could sell an album. And he's done that. This is why this nigga's opening up at Webster Hall and doing his own tours and shit. You know, the Claw, they learned a long time ago, yo, let's go ahead and let's just start putting these projects together, curating a great project with some dope producers and put it out over the internet instead of not worrying about just doing it here in Rochester. There's like Riggs and all of them are known.
I mess with them.
There's like Riggs and all them are known. Even some of your boys, Sanye Benghazi and shit. They curating they shit out of town.
Dope.
And that's the way to fucking do this shit. You got to get your shit in the hand of other DJs that got influence everywhere else. And for real, me myself, I got like a bunch of DJs on my own internet radio station that's international. I got dudes from New Zealand, another dude from Europe, a couple dudes from Paris, some dudes in Russia. I got some dudes in fucking Idaho. I got some dudes in Canada and all this shit. All this shit out here that got influence everywhere else. And I fuck with other DJs that's from New Jersey, Baltimore, LA, and all this. We talk on a daily basis, kicking it. And I see what they're playing. They put me on the shit that they on, and I play the shit here. And it's like, this is how you curate players. You can't just stick with just one DJ. I see a lot of MCs here in Rochester only fuck with only one DJ. And they don't try to get their shit up. Number one thing I tell every MC, don't just go with the DJ you know, go with the other DJs that play hip hop.
Right.
I mean, you got Cello, you got G Nice, you got you got Quan. Even if Quan ain't even on the radio, Quan do radio shit sometimes.
Right.
Get my man Tony Rochester, get with my man Andre, get with me, of course.
Right.
And you know, we spread your shit. You'll get more play if you fuck with everybody. But you got dudes that'll sit there and be like, well, I'm only gonna fuck with this person, and that's the only way I'm gonna get my shit out. Okay, that person might have a good audience, but he might not have the audience that this nigga over here might have.
Right.
You know, me, I'm not bragging on myself, but I got an international audience, which is pretty damn deep.
Right. I
mean, right now, I got the #1 show on WXIR right now, Fridays and Saturday nights. That's why I still got a 3-hour show after 7 years. I haven't been asked to cut my show. I haven't asked to move my show. I had the same show Friday and Saturday night for the last 8 years. I'm not going nowhere.
I'm
high rated and shit.
Listen, I'm still coming, man. I told you last
Yo,
year.
Wiz,
I
I'm gonna
said,
talk to
give me
you
that
about your
hour.
record. Yo, Wiz, I'm gonna tell you
Yo.
about your record. Me and you will talk off air about that. You know, I got some
Wiz and KO got the record together.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Listen, man. I gotta hear this record. I'm telling you, I gotta hear this record, man. We've been talking about this record for like.
You haven't heard it yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you gotta hear it. I may have to send you. I may have to send you it through the messenger and shit.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay.
Cause me and Wiz was talking about it when he did the first interview. He came on twice.
Wiz didn't put you onto it. Wiz,
no, he told me about it, but Wiz, I didn't promotion. Get the KO.
Wiz, that's bad promotion, man. What the fuck, man? What you holding that record back for? What's the matter with you?
We're gonna blame Wiz. Wiz, you holding us back, Wiz.
Yeah, you
What's going on, Wiz? Where you at? Don't make me send you a link, Wiz.
Hey, he should know it because Wiz is on the radio. Shout out to Wiz, man. Wiz is still my guy, man. After all that time, that's my guy.
Yo, Wiz, real with it, man. He real skills in the field, man.
Now that's been my nigga for like over 30-something years, man.
That's my guy, man.
Wiz is like my homeboy, man, for real. I always respect all the goddamn time, for real.
Yo.
Oh, shout out to you too, man. Guy. I don't think you get enough credit. You always be in the background. Niggas be like looking at you like, cool, be quiet, man.
That's what everybody say. They be like, man, you be quiet, yo.
You just be chilling in the background, and you make your presence known, and you're like, damn, you
fall back.
Oh, so
I just fall back, man.
Then you fall back again, and it's like, damn, that nigga cool as a bitch and shit.
Yo, that was my mistake too.
Falling back?
Yeah. No, just being my personality. Because, like, let's just say, like when I saw everybody in the summer, and me and you were standing there, and there was 7 DJs standing there.
Yep.
Out of the 7, 8 DJs that were standing there, maybe 3 of us knew who we were, through who I am. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that was probably me, you, and Wiz. Most of us didn't even know I DJ'd. I was just standing around. You know, they just saw me as somebody that know everybody. I don't know, man. I've always been the person that's like,
you observe.
I want you to know me first.
You observe. You sit back and observe.
If you see me on a turntable on a stage or something, then you be like, yo, I didn't even know he did that.
I didn't know he did that.
Yeah. But I want to come. I'm gonna come on your show, man.
But see,
I'm coming over there.
What you do now was what I was doing during the 80s. I'd be sitting back just watching, learning, and stepping back. But like I said, it wasn't my mission to become the greatest party DJ and nothing like that. I never want, I mean, no diss. I let Grand Imperio and Big Regiment, I let them do them. They was doing their shit. Wiz, I was like, Wiz, Wiz would pick certain parties he would do, and then there's certain parties he didn't do. And then there's shit that we just background. But Wiz can tell you, Wiz was there. Just like you say you was there. Wiz was there, man. Wiz seen the whole come up. He seen me DJing and hosting shit and putting shit together for the longest. He can tell you. If any nigga can tell you what I've done as far as turntablism and doing parties and shit, Wiz was fucking there. Wiz was there. Wiz seen me DJ parties. He seen me rocking shit out. I don't have to prove nothing to nobody else because these niggas back in the day already knew what time it was. They already seen it.
He was.
What's up, cool one? You freezing?
That's dope. Oh man.
Wiz is my witness. I'm trying to
find something real quick.
But Wiz has always been my witness, man. And the nigga got the pictures to prove it, and I got pictures to prove it. Wiz already know what time it is.
Right.
And other than, I got pictures where other DJs was coming to my shit. So dudes can't sit there and say that, oh, Chris, I never seen Chris DJ. Nah, they seen me DJ shit. I've hosted parties, I've hosted concerts, all kinds of shit.
Man.
There's no legacy. There's no legacy erased in here. I'm not just a nigga that's from the radio. All right, cool. When you breaking up, okay?
I know. I got it.
There we go.
Okay. I was doing something real quick.
All right.
I got you.
All right.
I was just trying to find something real quick. There, it's in there. It's official.
All right.
It's official. Your birthday. Telling you. Nah, man. We've been doing this for so long that it's just like, I don't know. See, the thing is, the reason I ain't come on the show was like, I have to edit a lot of songs, man. I got the program and everything, and it'll take me some time to edit the songs. Because when I get in, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna tell you, I'll take an hour. But in that hour, I'm going. But I gotta edit, and then you gotta tell me what's the extremity of the words I can let go. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's only for FM radio. Remember, I got a whole radio station, my internet radio station, SFTU 585 Radio, which is on the net, which is doing pretty damn good. And you can do whatever you want on the net.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give me one of the ones where I could just go. Right here, man.
I mean, but if you do want to do something for WXIR, it's got to be edited, man, for real. I've learned that the way, and basically I love doing FM radio. I mean, shout out to Carvin and shout out to my man Andre who put me on WXIR, and I love doing that too. That's my favorite shit, doing Fridays and Saturday nights all the time, man. I love that shit.
You ever tried Twitch?
Twitch? I just don't have the time for it. Unfortunately, to be personal, my brother passed away a couple years ago due to COVID.
Rest in peace.
All right. And my mother had a triple bypass a couple years ago too, and she has diabetes. So we was taking turns watching her. Me, my little sister, and Jermaine. And when Jermaine died, that left a big hole. So
right,
me and my sister taking turns going back and forth watching my mother, and that takes up a lot of my time. So this is what I was telling you about earlier, about I didn't know if I could do this tonight because I'm usually with her, making sure she's straight and all this. And the only days I really have off really for me is Friday and Saturday. Right. When I do my radio show. So that had me put the pause button on a couple other things, a lot of projects I was working on, like Twitch. Me and my man Omega Supreme, otherwise known as Eddie Beverly, we was gonna do the Twitch stream together, and I had to stop that because I just didn't have time to devote to it. I want to do Twitch. Omega Supreme wants me to do Twitch. A lot of people want me to do Twitch. I just don't have the time to devote to it anymore.
Same thing. I asked you that because I had a question. I wanted to do it, but I wanted to do it with a couple people. Like Wiz, I was trying when it was pausing, I was shooting the link to Wiz.
Oh, okay.
But because Wiz was doing it.
Yeah.
And he had a good following. And I wanted to tell Wiz I wanted to do it with us.
What's up, Raj?
Oh, my boy. I wanted to do it with us. You know what I mean? I told Wiz, yo, listen. Pull your Twitch count back up and have us come. Guest DJs come for an hour. do a show like Wiz host the show,
Mm-hmm.
but have the DJs he know come through.
Right.
Because everybody know he get busy, but we all ain't alone.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all of us.
Mm-hmm.
If he said, "Yo, cool, come through," I'ma come through.
Right.
He know Quan to come through. He know G Nice to come through. He know anybody. I'm sure, even if it had to go down, Backspin to come through, GI come through, anybody come through for Wiz. You will come through. That's why I was like, that'll be a dope spot, almost like Record Town, almost like Straight from the Underground. It'll be like something we had on our own, but at the same time, the head of it is to be somebody we trust. That'll hold it down because we know that he hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That's up,
Whoever come on any night can play what they play.
You know, if I can free up my schedule a little bit more, I'll happily do this Twitch channel with my man Amika Supreme or Wiz. It's just I just got to find the time for it. You know, that's about it. You know, because when I started this shit, I had so much time to devote to it. But then when other things started happening, I had to fall back from a bunch of projects. So you know, it's like, damn. You know, I love hip hop, but the only thing I can really maintain is basically running this radio station and then doing the FM station. That's all I have time for right now at the moment. And y'all know I'd be trying to get it in, man. 3 hours of hip hop every week, every Friday and Saturday night. That shit is hard, man. This shit is not easy. Not to mention maintaining interesting guests, interviews, and all kinds of shit. And it's like, it's mind-boggling sometimes. But I manage it. And we got my man, the lover, DJ Wiz up in the house.
Hey, what's up? What's up, G-Rap? What's going down?
Smoke guy. Everything. I was just telling him about the idea, man.
Yeah, I was just telling him about Wiz, man. I never have to prove shit to nobody because you was there.
I was in the building.
You was in the building. You seen me DJ parties. You seen me host parties. You didn't see me up and down the South Park Quarter. I had never have to prove nothing to nobody about Chris don't DJ. Yo, I've seen you. You've seen me do that shit.
I was right there, Raj. Raj, respect every time. That's the Raj.
I think was you there? Was you there for my greatest party?
That was a lot of them. What you mean?
No, I'm talking about the Sammy Sticks party where
freestyled. When we came
for like 15 minutes, and I was going back and forth with Big L, rest in peace, Big L, rest in peace, and we rocked that shit for 1,000 over people.
Let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. You had to be the number one celebrity in the building. Everybody was lined up to meet you and talk to you. Mm-hmm. And that night, we came out morning time. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it was daylight when we got out of that party. Yeah, but you was the top celebrity down that night where everybody wanted to meet Chris G. Mm. Everybody wanted to meet. Yeah, that was one of them nights.
Yeah, shout out to Sammy Sticks, man. That shit was one of the greatest parties I ever did, man. For real. Turntables.
Them joints was on. You know what?
My mixing was on point. Ev had the lines and shit. And shout out to Evie Ev, man. One of the greatest unsung MCs in Rochester who make up shit freestyle on the spot.
Evie Ev, yeah. Yo, but
Ev
that night,
Busta Rhymes and shit.
I remember that night. That night, the turntables they was hanging on chains. Remember that?
Yeah.
What?
So it wasn't no feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Hanging on chains.
Yeah, the turntables were like they was in the air. They was on chains, 4 chains hanging down to hold the turntables up so it won't get no feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And you had to know how to play them records because the turntables were swinging.
That's what I'm saying. Wow.
They would swing, but if you had them skilled, it wasn't nothing. Chris got up there and just cold ripped, yo.
He
got up there and just and just cold rip, yo.
Like I said, one of the greatest parties I ever did, man.
Get out of here, Chris.
It's
You was on the
flavors.
swinging turntable.
No,
Hold on for a minute, yo.
I have to
I'm
find
downstairs.
niggas that I can
That's cool.
actually DJ and shit.
Man,
Wow.
the dude was doing his thing. Hold on for a second. No,
All
you
right.
good.
Yo, listen, Chris.
What up? Yes, sir.
There was some swinging turntables, man.
Yes, they were. They were on chains.
They were swinging. Yeah, they were swinging. It was like they was going back and forth because back then it wasn't no Serato. We're using real wax. So
Right.
when they were stopping all the feedback because if they sat the turntables on something, then they get that humming noise.
Like, shit.
So in order to stop
Wow.
that, they had
came
to
up with
elevate
the
those
idea
turntables.
For the DJs, DJ on the turntables like that, and you had to
Yep.
adjust this shit.
Yo,
But
I wanted to ask
you got
you-
busy.
I wanted to ask you something I asked Wiz.
What up?
At the turn of the analog to digital, did you like the transition? Like from the record to the Serato?
You know, I'm gonna admit something right now, and Wiz already knows this. I never got into the whole Serato thing. I mean, I stayed vinyl as long as I could, and then when I stopped DJing parties out, I just stopped doing parties out, and I never got into the Serato thing. I didn't become digital until I started doing the podcast. But after that, I just never got into it because I looked at it as like it wasn't real DJing at that time. I was one of those sticklers that was like, this ain't real DJing.
I said
Where's
that
your
too.
records at, I remember one time they asked, I think it was Quan or somebody asked me to come to a DJ event, and I was the nigga that brought records. I had 2 crates of records, and niggas was like, he's still doing records and shit. Niggas is like, had computers and shit set up. And they was like, damn, you still doing records? And I'm like, yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
I just never got into the whole Serato thing. And so I'm still eager to learn that shit because I see the value in it now.
Right.
It took me years to figure that out. But I stayed with turntablism. And me, I stopped DJing during the jukebox era, I'm going to call it. When niggas would come up and ask the DJ, yo, play some Bad Bunny or play Drake.
Oh, no.
You know, coming up on you talking about, y'all give you $50 to play the new Young Thug song and shit. And I'm like, I'm done. I can't do the human jukebox shit no more.
You call it the jukebox era?
Yeah, that's the jukebox era. Niggas are coming up asking for the hottest song and shit. You know, because remember, we all come from the era where you let the DJ
let him do his thing.
Let him do his thing. This is what you call. This is what you pay him for. This is what you
exactly.
You asked him to come and do. You can't. Yo, Chris, can you come rock my party? And then you leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
Let me do my thing for the 2-3 hours. You're gonna pay me for. You're gonna get your money's worth.
That's what I say. When you pay the DJ to come, you sorted him out. You found him out because you like what he gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't sort him out because he gonna come with all the hits. You sorted him out because you know he finna play. I done listened to him over there. And he gonna get busy. Yeah. He gonna play what we want to hear.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you employed me for. You didn't employ me because I'm just gonna come with the hits. And now, plus, Wiz can attest to this, and I'm pretty sure you can too. Niggas have broken down the whole party shit into some format shit.
To 10 songs.
No, I'm just saying no format shit. Where at the beginning they played shit that was dope in the last 2-3 years, and then they start playing all the new hot shit. And then they'll go into like a Rockefeller set, an old school set, a reggae set. Instead of blending all that shit together, the only person I see not doing that now is Wiz and fucking Ease, DJ Ease. Niggas play what the fuck they want and get away with it.
Well, that right there, how we play is like they call it open format.
Yeah.
We can just go ahead and just play whatever. It ain't no
and niggas be
style.
satisfied with it.
Yeah, the style you talking about is the ones that play out all the time, and you notice they sound the same all the time.
Yeah,
they play.
You could almost predict, and this ain't no diss, but you could almost predict the next record that's coming.
Right.
You know what's coming on at midnight.
Yeah. And niggas have fucked with that format for the last 12, 20 years and shit. They've been doing that same format, man.
Yeah,
and I dare somebody to prove me wrong.
Nah, the way me and Ease play though, well, Ease take it out. He go more far left than I do, but it's just playing what you feel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
And that's what you get feel. Paid to come do.
But that's what I call letting the DJ be the DJ. Kid Capri don't get this shit. Kid Capri don't get niggas coming up to him asking for a request. When you call Kid Capri here to come to Rochester, he comes to Rochester, he plays, and then he leaves, gets paid, and leaves. It's not like niggas coming up like, yo, you got to play the hot shit. And so, no.
Nah, you let him do what he do.
DJ party, you don't see niggas running up on him like, Wiz.
Well, that right there, I wouldn't even play. I wouldn't even play at a party that I know that, like for the younger crowd, no. Those are cats that bring
up on you like that.
Yeah, with their phone talking about, yo, play this right here, and it's on YouTube.
I got the hookup on my phone right here. So
yep.
Plug in my Spotify playlist and shit.
They're gonna say, hey, they asked me that at a couple events. Yo, can you airdrop? I can airdrop this into your Apple.
You gonna airdrop?
I used to point at G Nice. I used to be like G Nice. He know how to do that. Shout out to G Nice, man. I used to always put it on G Nice or Quan. I used to be like, yo, my laptop, my Wi-Fi messed up. You got access?
Yo, that's crazy.
You ain't airdrop no new tune on me, man. Nah. No. I gotta like your song. If I'm gonna play it, I only play what I like. I swear to God, man, I don't do it. Cause I love this thing, man. And it's like if I'm in a zone, I don't know where your song gonna come in that zone.
Yeah.
Because I done planned this out for a week. What I'm gonna get busy and go crazy with. And I know at this time, as it's building, I'm gonna get into some joints, and then I'm gonna get into some new joints you probably didn't hear yet. But it's gonna be so dope that you're gonna be like, yo, oh, that's the new, who is that? And then I'm gonna keep you back familiar. You know what I'm saying?
What you just said, that's what the pain of being a DJ is. You be sitting there all week for a party you doing on Saturday. All week you sitting there trying to figure out what you're gonna mix, what you're gonna blend, and what you're gonna put together. So niggas will be impressed with them. 4 hours. You spend all fucking week trying to figure out what you're gonna play.
I don't think that happens. I don't think that happens no more. I think cats just get up there and play what's hot.
The regular DJ, I'm saying this is how I used to plan shit out. If I had a party Saturday the entire week practicing, trying to figure out what I'm gonna mix, and then I format that shit the way I wanted it.
Me too. I'll play all week. If my man said, yo, cool, we finna do this thing at the Armory. You gonna play? So I'm already knowing, oh man, he gonna leave me stranded for like an hour or two. He gonna be moving around and all this other stuff. I even got one of them joints it's called a bathroom joint. I even got one of them in the cut. Because you know somebody gonna leave you stranded.
Hell yeah.
I got a bathroom joint that I'll play that's gonna just play the mixes for about a good 25 minutes. I got time to get it go and come back. But it's like, you know, that's my boy. I'm gonna shout out to Quan. Quan, you always leave me stranded too, man. You will go run away and hide and do some other shit and leave me there DJing. You know what I mean? That's my dude though. Cause if it weren't for Quan, I wouldn't be DJing no more, man. Because I'm gonna tell you how the story went. Remember when KRS came to town at the little spot downtown by the
Montage?
Is that what it's called?
Montage.
Yeah.
Montage
Yeah,
Grill.
Montage Grill, yeah.
The little spot, like the white people spot. It's like
Yeah,
a
it
little
was-
spot, a hip hop
Yeah.
spot.
We was there for that.
He had to go to the station. That's we were still doing the station, and he was like, "Yo, me G Nice was DJing for KRS that night."
Hold on. Let me cut you off. Hold up. Is that the night when G Nice was on the set when Chris asked him, did he have breaks and he froze? That's that night, right?
Yeah, I think
G Nice was DJing on the things. But
he looked and said, "Yo, you got breaks?" G Nice was like, "Yeah, no, I don't got him." I was like, "Oh man." Yeah.
he must have wanted to freestyle or something. But yo,
yeah,
Q was like, yo,
he wanted to get busy.
Okay, Q went to the station. Me and G was there. Me and G wasn't together then, but I didn't really know who G was then. I know the team wasn't all formed. So it was like, yo, I'm chilling at the concert. You know what I mean? Q was like, I'm gonna be at the station. After that, he was like, yo, cool. Because I used to just be the talk. Him and G and DJ, I'll be there to kick it. You know what I mean? Because I was doing my cool thoughts. So I was like, yo, I'll come there and talk some shit, do some talking, or tell what's going on in the world, things like that. Then Q was like, yo, cool, man, you need to DJ again. Because me and Q was the DJs for Timberland Foundation. We had 2 DJs. It was me and Quan. And about 8 MCs. So Q was like, yo, cool, you need a DJ, man, because I'm gonna need some help. When one of us doing something, man, you could just do your thing, man. Like, come on, man. I know you still got it. It was like that. So it was like immediately. You know what I mean? I went and bought the little mixer, the little thing.
Controller?
Yeah, the little controller. That was the beginning. That thing downstairs like a trophy. that little controller downstairs. He was like, yo, bring it to the station. There it was like the station man. Bring that to the station. Me, him, and G on that. That was like, yo. He was like, play what you want.
So that brought you back.
Getting busy. Yeah. He was like, we was getting busy because he was like, play what you want. You know? Because I used to play all the underground stuff. You know what I mean? Like Brazil does and people like that, because he used to hate Westside Gun. So when I DJ, I play whatever play. I didn't care what he said. Because I sit at home because Q gave me the editing program. So I'm sitting at home all week. I'm editing stuff I love. I used to play Westside Gun, Rock Marciano, Us Kingpin, stuff like, you know what I mean? Stuff that him and G don't know about yet.
Right.
Because, you know what I'm saying? They like, you know, they like the hits. They like what's going on. You know what I mean? Or they be up on the artist that's already out. And I like to play music that just hip hop. It's like, I don't know, man.
That's one of the things me and you get along with, Cool One, because you know. I remember one time we sitting there having a conversation about underground niggas, and it was like, for real, I walked away from that whole conversation like, it's good to know that niggas actually be listening to some real shit every so often.
I'm telling you, it's tons of artists. There's tons of artists out here, man. I was playing Shay Noor. I was playing everybody. I was playing 38. I was playing everybody. I'm talking about Flea Lord. I was playing bags of stuff that people ain't know. And it was like, I'm like, I don't know how there's not a revolution of just dope music, but everybody keeps saying, I don't hear no hip hop no more. I'm like, I don't know why you don't.
No, you knew, I knew, other people knew. It's just that some of our immediate circle don't know.
They don't dig no more. I told them, I said, people don't dig no more. I was like, yo, I could show you an internet station on YouTube that don't play nothing but breaking artists. And
it's called SFTU 585 Radio.
My guy. straight from the underground. It's like 2 or 3 of y'all that just people send their albums to y'all. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's like 4 networks that I know myself that every Tuesday, I mean every day they breaking something new. If it ain't a new video, it's a new single from people that just send them underground music and new artists. You know what I mean? It's cats out there like all I could do is just hold up my mixtape and you can read the names. You'll be like, dang.
Yeah, you be up on it. Yeah.
All these people, I never heard of him, them. You know what I'm saying?
And
it's people like Planet Asia.
It's
people like Planet Asia that been around for years. Yeah, where's Rock? But he couldn't do that in the public because they want the classics that he played. He probably could play them when he feel like it.
Yeah.
I'm sure he know about these artists.
He knows what time it is. So,
but you know what I'm saying?
I know some of them. Not all of them, like to the extent that you guys know. Y'all know them. I mean, when I was talking to you, Cool, that time we was at that thing outside at the smoke shop. You was breaking down that artist. Yeah, I was like, yo, okay, I heard of them names, but I didn't know they sounded like that. You know what I'm saying?
They out here, man. And it's like, I don't understand how people could just listen to me and act like I disrespect Drake and Lil Wayne and all these other people. And I'm like, yo, there's artists out here that eat their food early in the morning. Effortlessly.
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't understand how people just be saying that these guys is the top ranks. And it's like this guy's
that's
out
mainstream
here.
though. That's mainstream.
But that's all people know.
Yeah, that's mainstream though. You know,
that's because unfortunately, like you said, niggas don't dig no more, man.
That's all I do. Every mixtape I've dropped, there's names on there that you never heard of. Not y'all, but there's names on there most people never heard of. Even here, I played like when you mentioned them, the Cloth, Riggs, all them dudes, and they from here. That's why I don't even understand. The whole Cloth, who else from here? It's mad people from here. You could go Ito, you could go to Cloth, you could go to 38
Alvarez.
Yeah, it's MCs from here.
M. Diego.
I could drop a mixtape right now with just artists from here, and they'll say, "Yo, that was so fire." I didn't even know all these dudes were from here. Stiggs,
wow.
Stiggs still dropped. Clip just gave me 2 singles last night. Fire,
wow.
too. Fire.
Wow.
He shot me 2 singles to listen to in Messenger last night. He said, cool, I need your opinion on these. This is why we love this thing, man. Because that's what you want to hear. Yo, I want to hear what you think about this. If I was on the radio or some place like that, hip-hop would be so alive, it'll be like a dream world.
It ain't nothing for you to get on the radio. You got the internet, man. Start your own genre, man.
Listen, I want
you can play whatever you can play whatever you want to play.
No, right. I want you to do
Kathy Morrison, what up?
What you saying? Thing. I want you to do the Twitch thing, and I'll be a guest. Chris said he'll come through if he get time. You know what I'm saying?
Now,
come on,
forget
Wiz,
Twitch.
Man.
Forget Twitch. We do the TikTok. The TikTok is easy. The Twitch is hard to build a community, man. TikTok is way more easier, B. Way more easier.
But you gotta have enough. You already gotta have enough to go live. You could go live.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
.com, baby.
Okay, so set it up. Because I don't have enough. I don't have enough of
the followers.
What you? Yeah, what you supposed to do to go live on TikTok yet?
Yeah, I got enough of them Jones, man. I would have to. I don't know how we put that together, but you know what? You ever seen TikTok when it be like 5 or 6 DJs on at the same time? Everybody be lined up like we are right now. It'll be Chris' turn. I'll let Chris go. Then it'll be my turn. Then I can make it your turn. Let's fly. But everybody got to be able to go ahead and go live.
Oh.
So,
and Wiz
No,
in the
yes,
background doing this shit.
You go live and get the
I'll be
set
like this.
and say, yo, come through. My man gonna come through. Yeah.
That's my joint right there, yo.
But the thing is, though, no,
Hey, yo,
Wiz,
but
let us go
but the
live
same-
on your platform.
I don't care, man. It ain't number
We
social
all
media.
chilling over here on my platform right now. We gonna go to your place and do what we do for you, but we're gonna make everybody eat. Then we could go to live on the underground when he say, yo, come on here. I got my man, my guest homeboy coming through. Boom.
We
got our
up.
own circuit.
I don't have no problem with that, B. That's number social media.
All right, then. So when we go
You know what I'm
live
saying?
over there, come on. I'll bring my set to your place. I'll rock an hour.
Well, we got to come to your place
here-
because you got the
here's
fly
what
back
I'm gonna
drop.
do. Cool. You don't gotta worry about editing your shit. I'll send you a gang of shit like I do with G Nice. I'll send you a gang of shit that's already edited. All you gotta do is play from that list. So when you want to do it?
Who?
You.
I get busy. Whenever you're ready. I
Let's
go. Let's go.
I get busy. If you send me a gang or whatever, give me 2-3 days to hear it all, to put it in sync in my mind.
All right.
And then I'm gonna play it in my melodies. I don't know if I'm gonna have to, like when I tell MCs or whatever to send me joints for my mixtape, I tell them send me at least 4.
All right.
Because if you send me one, it might not be dope.
No, I'm gonna send you some shit tonight. Then give me your email after this.
All right,
man. Yo, you gonna have that fire. You gonna have that fire tonight. Tomorrow, the mixtape should be done. I don't know what all that. I'm gonna set up. I'm gonna listen to it. Nah, nigga, this the digital world, B. You got the ingredients. Just put it together. Easy.com. Come on, man. Stop playing. Just like you just told me. It should be done by tomorrow. It should be done by tomorrow. Listen,
he said
it should be done by tomorrow. No doubt.
I got a vibe, man. Because I don't like everything.
Listen.
I don't like everything.
It's not. Listen. Not trying to tell you what to do, but you playing for the consumer, B. Somebody gonna like everything that you do. Somebody gonna like everything that you do.
Like it. Consumer gotta like my vibe.
They will.
Consumer, no,
as long as you consistent and you keep banging out, trust me, it's gonna work. Anything goes, man, with this promotion, man.
Right. No, I think that. But when I do, but me on music, I got a credential to listen.
All right,
man.
I got an idea for you.
Follow me. It's a follow me thing. When I play music, trust my hands. It's like that. Trust my hands. And if I pass up some songs, it ain't passed the beat test in my brain, or it didn't pass the rhyme test.
All right, listen. All right, check this out.
When I play a song, it's dope.
I got an idea for you. Check this out.
Dope.
Okay, check this out. I got an idea for you, right?
Yeah.
You go ahead. You get the music from him tonight.
All right.
You bang out something for tomorrow. You put that one out, and then you could take time putting another one out how you wanted to sound.
Nah.
Oh,
that's first. Because we got to think about all the other people that went through the first 18 mixtapes of mine, and then I dropped something, and they like, "Oh, cool. This ain't it. This ain't what you do." You got some Drake on here, man, or some stuff that we don't be like. They gonna say you, because my motto is, don't pay me no money, just let it be dope. Okay. I don't take money to play, so therefore I'm not gonna ever play nothing that's crappy to me.
Right, I got you.
You can't pay me to play no weak garbage. You can't. I don't care what you said. Cool, you're gonna be in the game tomorrow. I'm gonna give you like 50,000. Please play this. and then it sound like Laffy Taffy. A picture of me playing that.
Yo, you was right, man.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna say I'm sorry, man. That 50 right there. I might could give you 2 seconds of that. At the most, the dum, 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 and that's gone. I can't even let it go. I can't let it go. I might give you the instrumental and throw a dope MC on top of it. Say, yo, I can't. I got a reputation, man. And there's people overseas, like I said, because I dropped my shit online and on my mixtape. There's people down south in Carolina and different places that know what I do.
Right, and I got you.
And my joints go on a vibe of me from the heart. And when I do it, and then when I talk on it, I gotta feel it. So it's like if he send me some joints, that's why I say it's gonna give me 2 days, man. Because you know everybody don't like the same stuff. So I'm gonna get what I like out of that, or I gotta think on how to sync something in that is dope and could fit probably right here after this song. That's gonna make it pop. Because you gotta know where to put songs. That's our DJ. See, now we're talking a language a lot of people don't even know what we talking about. It's some songs that ain't really all that dope, but if you put it in the right place, it's gonna jump.
Yeah, I got you. You want one record to compliment the last record.
It's gotta go. It's gonna flow. You gonna jam. Go to FromUpStateToYou.com and go to my mixtape section. And go check it out. And I guarantee you.
Hey yo, but check this out. What y'all was talking about? Like, what was this supposed to be about? I know it's about Chris G.
It's about Chris.
Just talking about his whole career.
Everything.
More or less.
Okay, I got something for all 3 of us.
What?
If there was another opportunity, like the original Party in the Park, remember when it first happened a couple of times?
Yeah.
When it was all about, it was almost a secret. If it was back like that, would y'all both play in it?
If I can use vinyl, hell yeah.
Come on, Chris, man. Come on, man.
What you mean? I don't understand what you mean.
Because they
the first Party in the Park. Oh, you talking about that Manhattan Square?
Yeah. I'm talking about when it was sacred to us. Before they thought it was gonna be something every week until before they thought it was something they could profit off. Because remember, it was growing.
Yeah. I'd have played in there.
I played in that.
You did?
I touched I touched the turntables, me and Ease one time up in there.
Yeah, you guys did do some shit. Yeah. I remember
that. We touched the turntables, you know. Got hands so fast on them real quick.
I didn't. They don't know me yet. I wasn't invited.
What? No, I wasn't either. I just jumped on. For real, I just jumped on. Like, you ain't got to be invited. Yeah,
you got rep though. You got rep with them.
Man, listen, I think on the real, I don't think Reg would do you like that right there, man. You know what I'm saying? Some cats say he be acting funny, but I don't think he'll do. No. He'd have been like, yo, go ahead and get on. That right there was just like anybody could come and showcase their skills, man. You know what I'm saying? You could have got on there.
I don't know. I might make a debut or something.
Man, yo, listen, you're gonna have to start. Unless you just want to be a silent DJ, you're gonna have to start coming out doing that stuff.
I'm good right here. Where we at?
You wouldn't play out at all?
No, I'm talking about doing what I'm doing now. I ain't made a mixtape since what, November?
No, I'm talking about in the public. I'm talking about you wouldn't play out.
Yeah. I was doing the events, the Trap Aid events. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about other than that.
Cannabis joints.
I'm talking about other than that, though.
Armory in different places. I do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were standing there, you was like, "Cool, come here." Yeah. I get this. Because in my mind, I already thought about it. Like, because I know in a public setting, I have to play something familiar. I have to go to the familiar bag. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
is all cool. Which is all cool. You know what I'm saying? And plus, everybody don't know that you DJ
every now and then.
Everybody don't know that you DJ like that. So you might have a whole different style that might rock the crowd even better than everybody else. You never know until you do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to. I thought about it though. I thought about it.
Man, listen. I remember when I was a young MC, nigga, I was scared to DJ in front of people, yo. Because I always thought I would mess up. You know what I'm saying? And I had a name of being out there like, yo, as soon as Wiz get on, he gonna scratch this, he gonna do this and that. And my biggest fear always was like, yo, I hope I don't get up here and mess up, man. Because you know I want to touch the fader with my back. I want to hit the turntable with my nose. I want to do all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
show DJ.
I was just like the way you talking, and I was like, yo, man, I should have did it, man. I ain't never do it, and that messed up a lot of opportunities for me, G.
The last two summers, I said the same. I said I should have.
Yeah, V, you gotta get out there and take that chance, man. If you don't, yo, everybody gonna be like, I think he DJ. I don't know, and you know what I'm saying. You want that notoriety of being that DJ out there. You want to get out there and get loose with the juice.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah, it happened like that, man.
Like what they do with me now. I think he DJ. Maybe.
What a free smoke. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't want that when you know that you can get busy, but everybody else don't know.
Right.
You know, just get on out there, man. Jump in that water and just swim, nigga. Make it happen.
Yo, listen,
I was like that, kid. When I was younger, I was shook, man. But at home, I tear you out the frame. You know what I'm saying? At the lab, it's a party. But when I see other people crowded around me, I'm like, oh man, hands start shaking and everything. I'm like, yo, I gotta get out of
this. They gonna like these joints I got, or you know what I mean?
or am I gonna mess up? If the needle's gonna jump, jump, am I gonna be able to do this? You know what I'm saying?
Right. That is a lot of pressure. Back then, when you're using the real stuff, is it set up right? Is it gonna be shaky?
Right, nigga. For a young age, I had a big name for a young age with DJing. So, nigga, I wasn't used to that, and everybody used to be like, "Yo, man, you ain't gonna never go nowhere because you scared to even DJ in front of people." And they was right. They was right, man. I never forget. I had to do the War Memorial. Open up a Heavy D Finesse Sequence, DJ Cool and Kumo D. Clint Works called me. I'm going down Main Street. I'd never forget it, B. He was like, yo, Wiz, I need a DJ down here quick, man. I need a DJ down here quick. I said, down where? I said, the War Memorial. I said, what you want me to do? So I'm pausing like that. I'm thinking he want me to call somebody for him or something. I said, what you want me to do? He's like, man, I need you to come down here, man. Open the show, man. We don't have a DJ right now. So I was like, all right, man, here I come. On my way down there, I'm shook because I know what time it is. There's a lot of people. It's a lot of people, man. But I pulled my Kango down low. And it was a show, baby. And it was a show. At the end of that night, DJ Cool was like, yo, can you do tricks like that all the time? Can you do tricks and doing stuff like that? He gave me his number. Told me to give him a call. I don't even know where the number at. So that never happened. But just thinking like, niggas know who I am now, man, worldwide. I'm a young dude, you know what I'm saying? But if I hadn't did that, what if I was being scared and being like, yo, man, I don't want to do that.
I got
niggas would never know who was it.
They say, oh man, I was finna go over here to the, I don't know, I'm finna go somewhere, man.
I'd have felt whack, man. Then I was the talk of the whole Rochester because when they found out that it was me on that stage and I pulled my Kango up, niggas was tripping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Dope. Yeah, thank you. But that's for not being scared.
That's why I was saying about Q. That's what I was saying about Quan when he just leave you somewhere hanging. He did that to me a few times. That's what got it out of me. He'll be like, cool, come here. Yo, I'm finna go to the bathroom real quick, man. All you gotta do is play this, and that. Next thing you know, this man all over the place. Then I got to go to my judgments. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, you got to work.
And by the end of the night, he's like, "Yo, you did good, man. You killed." I'm like, "Man, you know you ready to cuss somebody out." He's like, "Yo, man, you gonna leave me?" It's like, "Come on, man, you was killing it, man. You was playing. You did it." That's why I always give props to Quan, because he brought it out of me. I was scared.
Right.
I was shy. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he was like, "Yo, he'll do his trick. Come here, man. I gotta go to the bathroom," and disappear. Yo, I was outside.
Chris, you wasn't
man.
like that?
But scared?
Yeah, you in the beginning of your career, you was never scared to get on set?
My first parties, I was scared, but I got over it. And believe it or not, every time I DJ'd out, I always had that initial fear all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It never leaves you. It's like when you get on, you be like, God damn, what am I gonna play and shit? Is motherfuckers really gonna be on this shit? And it's like, fuck it, you know. And that's where you know me from, just doing anything I want now. And that Green and a bunch of other people had to sit there and learn that fuck, Chris just does what the fuck he wants. Like, I remember one time me and you was at I forgot the name of the place. It's Club Red, I think. And I decided to start the show by playing the old Foreigner Cold as Ice shit. And then jump into the MOP shit. And I know you had to be sitting there to the side like, what the fuck is he playing? You know how it's a cold eyes.
I ain't say nothing though, right? I ain't say nothing though, right?
Yeah, you didn't say anything. I know you had to look there like, yo, why is he starting this shit off like this? It's like, then I jumped into that shit, and then you realize where I was going with it.
I know he was going right.
Oh, you did the break intro thing that a lot of people
do. He did it early.
Like, he did it early. One time, I was DJing before Coco Chanel at RIT, and I wanted to play this Cannabis record, How We Roll, right? And everybody was like, Green was behind me, and Green was like, nah, don't play that. That's gonna stop the party, Chris. You done got the party started and shit, and you warming up for Coco Chanel. I'm like, yeah, but I want to play this record. And I said, niggas know me enough where they know I'm gonna play something off kilter, some real hip hop shit. And I made it. You know, after Green was sitting there like, yo, Chris, just play this other record, keep the party going. You're gonna fuck it up for Coco Chanel. I said, fuck it, and went on ahead and played the Cannabis record. Everybody froze at the party when the opening shit came on, like everybody froze. And then when they realized the shit, what it was, niggas
they went crazy.
Shit up.
No,
right.
Coco Chanel came from the back and was like, yo, what record is that? And I'm like, I said, the Cannabis shit. And she's like, yo, can you give me a copy of that shit? That shit is fucking dope. And she rocked the party right after that. Nobody said shit.
That's how we roll, John. Stupid.
Fear, like, is this gonna fuck the party up? And every time I've DJed live, I'm sitting there wondering, like, are people really gonna like what the fuck I'm gonna do? And once I see a few heads bobbing, that shit is out the window.
You get in that zone. Yeah, you get in that zone.
And hell, when Wiz was talking about DJing that big ass party at War Memorial, you know, the first time I hosted the fucking concert, they asked me to host a concert, I was shook. I was introduced to the Wu-Tang Clan and Nas, nigga. I was like, oh shit, what if I go out here and fuck up? I was scared as a bitch. But I took a couple drinks, some swigs, and went out there.
Wow. That was the outside one. Because I remember me and my man jumped the fence to get in there.
It was the first time Wu-Tang and Nas came.
Yeah. You talking about in the tent?
Yeah.
The festival tent.
Yeah, the festival tent.
So me and my crew, the land, we jumped the fence to get in there. We were sitting outside on the curb, on the ground. And Method Man and them was out there talking. They was outside, right by us. And then they went in because it was about time for them to perform. And we was like, we going there with them. So then it was like, yo, dang, All of us ain't get in. You know, when you do the bum rush, you supposed to go. Everybody go. Everybody go. Everybody didn't go.
Can't stop the bum rush, yo.
Couple people had to hop the gate.
Hey, yo, check it out. Check it out, right? Then later on in life, right? Later on, start doing these shows and concerts. The fear went away like a mug, nigga. Nigga, I got called to do the KRS One, the Big Pun, the McGruff. The show was at the convention center.
Convention center.
And they remember that they wanted me to open. Nigga, I got on that mug. Nigga, I started doing tricks up for kids and everything. Nigga, I was doing. They had to stop me. They were like, "All right, well,
I was nervous hosting that shit."
You was a host, right?
Hosting that shit, yeah. I hosted that shit because I was scared. I was like, "Oh shit, motherfuckers gonna be up on me like that." I was just as nervous as you was and shit.
You was good at that time, though, nigga. That was later on. You was straight. You was holding the mic like it was a nut, and then you was doing introducing everybody and everything.
Yeah, you get over the shit once in a while, man.
Yeah. Yo, you remember Big Pun sat down that whole time?
Yeah, I was scared for his breathing and shit. That was
crazy.
Shit. That was the shit where he was breathing on high, like,
yep.
Like, oh shit, this nigga gonna die on stage and shit.
Yo, Core Maker came up to me, was like, "Yo, I hope Pun be all right, man," because he was breathing hard earlier before he got on the stage. I was like, "Yo, I hope that nigga be all right too." That nigga was big, yo. He was huge.
Yeah, that nigga was huge as shit.
Right. Yo, listen, man.
But he's cool as a bitch, though. He's funny as hell, though.
Word,
y'all gotta come back. Y'all gotta come back, man.
Wiz, you about to cut it. You about to cut us off?
You a member. You know you're a member.
I haven't even eaten dinner yet, man. Fuck.
See? You know what I'm saying? Wiz, you know you're a member, man. You always welcome, man. Chris G, you know you the fam, man.
I appreciate
everybody out there, man. Yo, listen, man. This is what we do, man. We just turn it into fun time.
Hit you with them joints.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna shoot it to your messenger.
Cool.
Yo, listen, man.
No
this is what we do, man. I'm gonna say peace. I'm glad you came through, Chris G. I'm glad my man Wiz was in the scene.
Pleasure.
Yo, listen, y'all. I gave y'all the two. The Master Blaster.
The Master Blaster.
Y'all got the extra dose with Wiz. Look what time it is, man. I gave him 9:30. I used to be going at 8.
I know. You gave us a 2-hour shit.
But yo, you got a guy up here. You got a guy up here in the middle of us, man. That got so much knowledge, man. It had to go long and long, man. You know, Chris done did it all, man. Hey, yo, listen.
We ain't even get to some of the stuff, man. I got stuff.
He got cue cards and shit. He ain't finished.
We ain't even get to some of the stuff.
We'll have to come back. I got to do a part 2 like Raj.
Right.
Listen, man, let me tell you something. Before I started doing radio, I was doing radio with him.
Ooh.
Did he say that?
That's my man.
No. Yeah, he said you was around.
Yeah, that's my first radio was him. And Phil Thorne.
So
yeah,
we get history around here.
Yeah, that cat got a lot of history.
Wiz was too good to be like just being DJing clubs. I was like, yo, I want to hear Wiz on the radio, man.
Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it.
And that's when I asked Wiz. At first, I thought he was gonna say, "Hell no, I ain't doing that shit."
Nah, I was cool with it.
He hooked me up and shit, man. Every Friday, without fail, he was always hooking us up with some mixes and shit. So I was like, yo, shout out to Wiz, man. Wiz has always been my man.
Yo, thank you, man. Appreciate it, man.
I was the first dude to put him on FM radio.
Yep.
You hear that, Andre?
I keep the best of the best. Because if you wasn't there like I was, you ain't gonna know these guys, man. I was there. That's gonna be my quote every time. I was there.
Quote. You was there.
I was there. You know what I mean? So for the legends that come through here, we gotta keep it going, man. Because this our city, man. This Rochester, man. Nobody know about Buffalo and Syracuse and all them other places. You know about the Rock everywhere. You know what I mean? Even when I went out of town.
Yo, before we break out, I gotta drop this real quick. Shout out to Quan the Bomb, who gave me that first Hood Legend Award.
That
was a question. I'm glad you said that.
And Wiz, I'm glad he's here because he was gonna trick Wiz into presenting it to me.
Oh, word?
Wiz didn't show up. Wiz was supposed to come up to WXR that day to give it to me, and Quan was gonna film it. But since Wiz didn't show up, he ended up giving it to me himself. Him and Coach.
We've been trying to get Wiz his.
They were trying.
Oh, y'all got one for me. You don't let the cat out the bag. Now y'all got one for me. I ain't know that.
Yeah.
You gotta stay still, man.
How am I gonna get one and you don't get one? Come on.
You gotta stay still when we tell you to be somewhere.
That
you
sounds
can't
like
be like, nah, I can't make it over there, man. We can't catch you.
That talk sounds like when we were selling drugs back in the day. So I keep it moving.
You gotta stay still. You gotta stay still, man. So,
I keep it moving.
How'd you feel about it though? That's the question.
How did I feel about it?
Yeah, when
I think the camera caught my reaction, man, because I was not expecting it. I damn near cried.
No.
Oh, word.
It was the respect level from Quan and Coach.
Right.
Coach put me on my first podcast, which led me to be on WXIR. And the fact that Quan, a dude I looked up to for mixtapes, and for some reason I never thought Quan never respected me doing mixtape, but the fact that he was presenting this shit to me and he was giving me my props, that made me like, damn, I was emotional. That was the best award I ever got.
I'm telling you, man.
That's fly, yo.
Right here, man. Can't sit still. That's what it's gonna be him. DJ can't sit still over here.
Yeah, I'm on the move, baby. I'm like Tom Joyner, baby. I'm on the move.
They told me they wanted Wiz to present it to me. They was waiting on Wiz. They had waited 30 minutes. And they
ain't nobody told me nothing like that. I don't know why.
Yeah, they was like, Wiz ain't gonna make it. And they was like, fuck it, we'll just give it to him ourselves and shit. And then they asked me to come outside while I was doing the show. And I had a 30-minute break. So I was like, let me go outside and see what these niggas want. And I didn't know what they want. I thought they were just coming to chill for a second and come up and smoke or drink or something. Nah, them niggas is giving me an award.
Listen,
like,
that's dope, man.
That shit was so dope, man. I've always thanked Quan for that.
So listen, man, we might have to put him on here and somebody knock on his door. Say, yo, we got something for you, man. While we you gotta catch Wiz at home. I'm gonna say, hey y'all, he live tonight. So you know he at home. Go catch him.
Yo, you right, man.
But yo, man, we gonna get out of here, man. Hey, yo, Wiz, we really want to do that though with you, man. Open your TikTok up, man.
The
Anytime
TikTok,
you're ready, man, you be like, yo, cool, come down. I'll bring my rain, the thing. I'll do what I do. Anytime you say, yo, cool, come through here. I'll bring my set and the laptop and get busy.
How long would you want to go live?
I go an hour.
That'd be fly, yo.
We just want you to host. You could get you could get your TikTok up, make them niggas pay you. That'll be your thing. Chris G, I'm coming to your show. So, and we all do, because we all here with me. You know what I mean? Let Straight from the Underground come do an hour on your TikTok, and then you come to the underground. After I come on the underground, listen, man, so many of us out here, man. Listen, we got our own circuit. It's niggas in Philly talking about us right now. I was watching this cat today on the internet talking about rap beef that's going on here.
Rap beef?
Yeah, that's going on here.
Man, let's not get into that. Let's save it for another time.
I ain't gonna say what was going on, but it's some rap beef going on. But it's people out of town watching Rochester.
They've always been.
Well, yo, I hit y'all when we off camera. I want to hear about this.
All right. So, all right, y'all. We're gonna hit y'all. Y'all see us on me Thursday, 7 o'clock.
All right.
Respect every time, all right?
Let's talk about it.
Send me my joints and give you the news. All
right, yo.
All right.